Jesus is real, but you devils taught lies on Christ. So many lies that when we come with the truth, people think that the lies is the truth and that the truth is the lie.
Who changed the truth for God into a lie? In English, Jesus Christ, in Hebrew, is Yahweh Shai. So do or die. The immaculate conception is deception, along with the myth of giving gifts on December 25th. Christmas is Satan's claws, the birth of Nimrod, and not the son of God. To you was kind of odd. On the Passover, Christ was born in the spring. So now we bring the truth about the King of Kings, the black Jesus and not Caesar Borgias. And the facts can't be changed. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai.
Hebrew Israelites, Kwam Yashala.
It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
All right, thank you for joining us for another class today. As you know, we're located here in Houston, Texas. If you're here in Houston, you can come out and actually join the class at our location 8524 South Braeswood Boulevard. All right, we have a school in San Antonio, Texas as well, which is going to be 4219 Centergate Street, San Antonio, Texas. The brother's been out there for over 30 years in San Antonio. We have another school as well in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The address is 501 Copper Avenue, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Zip code is 87102. All right? And we have our class schedule as well. All right, our classes are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If this is your first time on. From Monday and Wednesday, class time is from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays is going to be 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the Sabbath service will be from Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. or 10 a.m. until whenever class is over, after questions, after the reading. There's a lot of good reading, a lot of good edification, a lot of good knowledge that comes out on the Sabbath service. So, and that's every class. All right. We have a class, we have another location as well in Austin, Texas. So if you're out there in Austin, hit us up, and we'll definitely give you more information on when they're having class out there in Austin. Here in Houston, we have a kids class. All right, we have a kids channel. That's ISBHPK Kids Channel. You can watch live, and that's going to be every Sunday. And class is going to be from Sunday until it starts at 12, but that's going to start after Passover. All right, so after April 1st, kids class will start up again. You can go on our live YouTube channel, and watch a lot of old classes that we have in the archives. We have a lot of good breakdowns, a lot of good just questions that you may have that we've answered already. We've separated to classes so you can look at that question specifically. All right. As well, we have a cable show. All right, that's every Saturday at 8:30. We're gonna get back on that at Comcast channel 17. All right. As well, we have a Blog Talk Radio. So we have all avenues of media for you to reach and listen to the words. That's going to be Blog Talk Radio /Mashaba, and that's Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m.
Right. Look out for our radio show that just got. It's going to be starting when, the 1st?
April 1st.
April 1st at 93.3 FM, right?
Yes, sir.
So look out for that. It's going to be starting April 1st, 93.3 FM radio. And we're going to be doing 2 hours every week. So, Most High bless us with that finally. Finally. Go ahead.
Right. So it's a beautiful thing. All right, the word's getting out on all the airwaves. All right. If you need to reach any of the teachers, we have Priest Kazakia. His number is 281-707-2737. Again, the number is 281-707-2737. We have Priest Quadazop. If you need to reach him, the number is 303-557-8979. If you don't have any type of cellular device, listen, we have an email as well that we'll answer you back on. That's going to be isbhpk@isbhpk.org. And we have some announcements regarding some events that we have coming up. All right, we have Purim. That's going to be March 16th, 2018. So if you're here in the Houston or surrounding areas and you want to join, come on out. That's going to be March 16th, 2018, this month, or next month. All right? As well, we have Passover coming up. That's going to be April 1st. That's going to be at the Sterling Banquet Hall. The location is 5475A West Sam Houston Parkway, North Houston, Texas. Again, that's going to be Sterling Banquet Hall, 5475 West Sam Houston Parkway, North Houston. And come on out. Once again, it's a high holy day. We have a lot of people coming out from New Mexico. We have as well San Antonio, Dallas, everywhere. So we have a lot of brothers and sisters congregating on that high holy day. And once again, if you have any type of contributions that you want to go ahead and give the school, we greatly appreciate it. We have a Google account that you can send monetary donations to, as well as a Google wallet. The Google wallet is going to be isbhbk@gmail.com. And the Wells Fargo account should be on the bottom. And listen, if you don't have any type of monetary donations, please send pencils, pens, pads, any type of instruments or equipment that we need for the further edification of your people. Because they have nothing. They don't have any Bibles. But majority of them don't even know how to write. So, like I said, we need pads, pencils, laptops, computers, desks, whatever you seem fit that you think that we may need. Zondervan Bible Pictorial Dictionaries. What else we got? Josephus. Any type of book that may add to the edification. We greatly appreciate it. All right, and with that, if anybody's on, if you have any questions, get those together and send them through.
Also, we want to thank you, brothers and sisters, that have been giving to the school. Sometimes when you throw money in the ISBHBK account, it's anonymous. So we appreciate that, though. Whoever has given, we appreciate y'all help, whatever you're giving. We really do. Thank you. So, does anybody got any questions in here?
La.
Does anybody have any questions in here?
La.
Okay. All right, so let's wait online. Everybody get the link out. That way, if anybody got any questions, we can get it out the way. If not, we're going to go into this class. Anybody on there yet? Got any questions?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Let's just get the link out. Usually they get on. All right. Let me see. Let me get it out here. Yeah, what you got, Doc? Okay.
I got Romans chapter 4, verse 1 through 4.
Let's go there. We'll knock these out. If there's really no questions, then we'll go into class. You got, what is it again?
Romans chapter 4, verse 1 through 4.
All right.
Now my question is, the deed of the law is works.
Let's go there. Romans 4, 1 through 4. Y'all got it?
Good. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna do this again. Y'all got it?
Good.
There you go. The water. Appreciate that. Read.
Romans chapter 4, verse 1. What shall we say then? that Abraham our father, as pertaining to the flesh, hath found. For if Abraham were justified by works, he had whereof to glory.
Right, so if Abraham were just justified by works alone, we know that there would be the glory that would be of the works, right? Okay, that alone, right? Go ahead.
But not before God.
Right, but not before the Most High. Why? Why? What's that?
Because he will be glorying for that.
Well, because what works can a man do, right, without belief that the Most High is going to acknowledge? So you can come into class, and like a robot, you do what's needed. Is that towards the Most High? Because it's works? Yeah, because it's not sincere. Remember we went over it the other day? Whatsoever you do, do it wholeheartedly unto the Lord. So you get people that come in, and they just go through the motions of it. Right? Oh, you need that? Okay, I'll do that. You do that? I'll do it. But really, their heart is not doing it towards the Most High. That's why the first thing that comes about that offends them, or the first wave of problems, or the first wave of affliction, they move, right? Or they're moved through those things because their heart, their mind is not to the Most High. So where's the glory? The glory ain't to the Most High. The glory is to you just doing it being robotically, right? That's why the Most High said, don't man please, right? Go ahead.
Verse 3. For what said the scripture? Abraham believed God, and it was counted unto him for righteousness.
Go ahead.
Now to him that worketh is the reward not reckoned of grace.
Right. So now it's giving you the understanding. It's showing you that now to him that worketh, if it was just based on Abraham's works alone, then it wouldn't be of grace. You see that? So something had to be mingled with the works. Faith and works. Grace carried both faith and works. Right? Because when you fell or you lacked in faith, grace was there. When you fell and you lacked in works, grace was there. So how could the glory be alone in the works? You can't be. You got to know what's carrying you. Because it goes back. If it's just of works, the guy that ran up to him and said, listen, I follow the commandments from my youth up. Christ would have said, good job. Come enter into eternal life. But he had to show him, okay, yeah, your works are supposedly there, but let's go deeper, right? Where's your faith at? Oh, that's not there. Okay, now you're seeing why grace is needed, because you really ain't doing all the works that's needed. You're really not doing and having all the faith that's needed. But what's going to carry you along the way?
Faith.
Grace. Grace. What is grace? What is grace? All you Hebrew Israelite scholars. Yeah.
Grace is something that's given but not deserved.
Right. Grace is something given, not deserved. So the Most High gave you life and brought you back from death to life. But when did he do that? When you were calling him Yahweh? When you were calling him what? God and Jesus Christ. Right? You didn't deserve it. You was an animal. We were animals. We were beasts. Right? But when did he call you? When you were a beast, to show you that he's giving you grace. You see that? So you can't glory and say, well, you know what, I been in the truth this amount of years, and all my works, you got to look at those things. Yeah, but did you do it because you were men-pleasing? Did you do it because you were glorying in yourself? Did you do it because really believed? Or did you do it like the Pharisees and Sadducees? They had works, but their works weren't sincere. Their works weren't from the Spirit, from the Most High. You see that? So, this is why you can't just glory in works alone, right? Because you're going to fall short, right? Go ahead.
But of that.
Right. Read 4 again.
Verse 4 from the top. Romans chapter 4 and verse 4. Now to him that worketh is the reward not reckoned of grace.
Right. Is the reward not reckoned of grace. Because if it was all about works, then you wouldn't need grace. You can achieve the goal of righteousness straight through works. Right? So every time we talk about this, we have to understand, Paul was constantly showing us faith, works, right? Faith without works is dead. You need faith, you need works. But most of all, he's ending it up showing us that in reality, you got to realize that it was by the grace of the Most High that you can do the works. That you are called to believe. You see that?
God.
So man, when he touched on these topics, he didn't hit one part, he hit all the parts so we wouldn't get puffed up in our works. So we wouldn't get puffed up in the faith. Oh, the churches. Oh, I believe. Whoo! It's in my heart. Nobody can tell me, but you ain't got works. Right? Then the Hebrew Israelite come back and say, nah, brother. Yeah, you don't believe because you don't got works. Look, I done follow the law. I done did this. I done keep the Sabbath. And the Most High is like, yeah, but where's your faith? Right? And then you got the one that has faith and works and accounting himself righteous. And not understanding you lack faith here. You lack works here. What is carrying you through?
Grace.
Grace of the Most High. By the grace of the Most High, you are given a chance to what? Fall 7 times and rise back up, right? That's grace. A righteous man falls 7 times and rise back up. So he gives you the chance to make the mistakes, but to get back up and keep moving. You see that? So it can't just be of works. Go ahead.
But of debt.
Right. Go ahead.
What else?
Right. It says, now to him that worketh is the reward not reckoned of grace, but of debt. Right? So now you just, as long as I pay that back, right, I'm good. Nah, it don't work like that. You know what I mean? I did it. You said Sabbath? Look, I did it. Am I righteous now? Nope. You're not righteous. Why? Because you needed all these other things mingled in with it. You see that? What's that, Yarmine?
When they say, but of debt, is he saying, like, you would just be working just to be working because you would never be able to pay it back? Like, you just
yeah. Absolutely. You just, because you know why? You cannot pay back through works. You cannot achieve every day you doing the works. It goes back to what we were talking about a few weeks back about who doesn't sin, right? Who doesn't fall short. So how much works can you do and you account to yourself that you're righteous? You can't. Right? Because everybody falls, everybody gets weak, everybody makes mistakes. You see that? So go ahead, read on.
Verse 5?
Verse
5. But to him that worketh not, but believeth on him that justified the ungodly, his faith is counted for righteousness.
Right. So now he's showing you, he's checking the ones that only think that I need works. Remember, he was always talking to the Pharisees and Sadducees. Right? He was talking to, think about our time. You got religion that told us we don't even got to keep the law. So he touched on that. He touches on that as you go on, as you read on in Romans. He touches on the faith without works, right? As you read down. But he's showing them that, he's showing the Israelites that only think it's about, all I got to do is just keep the commandments. I got to be a robot. Right? I can be a nigga. I can, and when I mean nigga, I mean belligerent. I can hate my brother. I can be disgruntled. I can be envious. I can, long as I keep the law, I can get online. I can defame people. I can talk down to people. I can spread lies. But just because I keep the law, I'm good. He's checking that too. You see that? So he's checking both parts. So read that again.
Verse 5. But to him that worketh not, but believeth on him that justifieth the ungodly.
Right, see? So grace, knowing that, man, I'm doing it, I'm doing the works, I'm having faith, but knowing that by the graces of the Most High we stand. You know, I'm here. Because when I did mess up last week, if it came down to works, the law was like, okay, you failed at that. Right? If it came down to faith, I doubt it. He that doubteth is damned. Right? So either way it goes, it's like, damn, I lost. But what keeps me moving? What keeps me fighting? Knowing that Yahweh Shai died on the cross and that I don't want to make him an open shame. So I take that grace that was given to me, and even though I fall, I get back up. Even though I lack faith, I once again apply myself to keep learning, building, and learning about how the Most High wants me to believe. How to have faith. You see that? That's through the graces of the Most High. Go ahead, read on.
Hey, excuse me. Verse 6.
Even
as David also describeth the blessedness of the man, unto whom God imputed righteousness without works.
Right. See, you see that? So, it bled righteousness without works. So what is he saying? What did David pray? Did David say, you know what? The Most High, you don't really want me to do anything? Because that's what the religions say, right? Oh, look, see, you don't have to do nothing. David wasn't praying that. He was saying that, yes, I'll give my offering. Sacrifice desires not. Thou desires not, else will I give it. Was he saying, you know what, I'm not going to do nothing? No, he was saying, really, yeah, you want this sacrifice, but really with the sacrifice, what do you want? Sincerity, a meek, a humble, a contrite. How am I going to give my sacrifice? So you see that?
God.
You can do the works, but you just do them out of restraint. You do them out of necessity, right? Where it tells you that, go to 2 Peter's real quick. 2 Peter's. There's a few scriptures popping in my head, and I'm trying to... Go to 2 Peter's, I think it's 2. There's a good topic we got to go over it in its entirety. Speaking about grace, we haven't been over it in a while. Is it 2 Peter's 2 or is it 5? Let's see here. Yeah, read that, 5 and 2. 1 Peter's 5 and 2.
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
Feed the flock of God, which is among you.
Right.
Taking the oversight thereof.
Right.
Not by constraint.
Why is he telling them that? Why? Because certain brothers and sisters are scared into doing the works. Oh, the Most High is going to get me. It's not coming sincere. It's not through a sincere, contrite heart like David said. Right? It's, the Most High is going to get me. Well, damn, you ain't even got the heart to look at your people in the hood and be like, damn, they're on crack, they're on dope, they're on drugs. That's the greatest things that's supposed to be in us when we see our people hurting. But you know why brothers are doing it? A lot of people doing it. They do it because, oh, I got to have works. You do got to have works. But what type of works? From your heart. Sincere. What?
Is that why, that's why Christ said, depart from me, you work of iniquity, I never knew you.
There you go. Because I'm doing them I mean, there's a few variables in there. Like you got, just think about the Pharisees. I'm supposedly doing the works. I'm speaking the word, but my intentions and my spirit behind it is not really because I really care or think about my brother or think about righteousness. It's because I wanted some fictitious power, right? That's the Pharisees. They wanted power. They wanted a position. They wanted to be seen of man. They weren't doing it for the Most High. Right? Because if they were, they would look into the love of the law and see that, dang, how am I performing the law really? How am I really carrying out the law if I'm not doing it with the love of the Most High? Right? So this is why he kept, you know, if you want to know where to go wrong at, just go look at the Pharisees. It's going to show you how they were thinking, how they were acting, and why Yahushua was always correcting their mind. So, like I said, you got to watch that as a Hebrew Israelite, because we look at it and we like, damn, I'm doing the works. But there's a lot of brothers and sisters really not doing the works. They're doing the works through constraint. My husband made me do it. I guess I got to be here. All right? I'm doing it all crappy, unhappy, unsure, unmotivated, unloving. Yeah, but guess what? I did it. You wanted me to show up, nigga, I'm here. Right? And then brothers. Brothers do the same thing. Yeah, I'm here. But where's the love at? You're going through the motions of it, but really where's your desire to do good for your people? Right? Not through constraint. He's reminding all of us, don't do it by being forced. Right? We were talking about that yesterday, that nobody can be forced in doing this. You see, that's where a lot of brothers and sisters get angry at, or a lot of brothers get angry at, because they try to force people with the word. I realize you can't force nobody. You can't force your rib. There ain't no scare tactics. Because Israelites, yeah. Like, that's why I'm free now, though. I'm free because back in the days, I was thinking, nah, man, they got to get this. They're going to get this. They're going to eat this word. But it's like, Israel sit there and, yeah, right, all right, yeah, shalom. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And then your mind gets caught up into that. But you become free when you just do the will of the Most High. You teach. And the seed is going to drop and spark whoever is sincere. See? You got to be sincere, and the word is going to spark whoever is sincere. So he's checking all of us. Not through constraints. Go ahead.
But willingly.
Right. See? It goes back to what he said David was saying. A willing heart. I want to do it. So we started to what? Yeah, you good? You want to do this, right? Because, like, you're wasting your time if you're over here faking it. You know? How many people been in the truth for so long and you see them, you know what, I just realized I just don't want to do this no more. I realized I don't want to do this no more. Like, 10 years later, 20 years later, you just get up. You ever been with people like that in relationships? Yeah, I really didn't. My love ain't here no more. It's like, damn, you didn't care no step of the way? Like, nothing rooted you in the love of this relationship? To hold on? To like say, nah, he's giving, she's giving. Let me keep fighting for each other. It don't be in a lot of people. You see that? So not through constraint, not through what?
But willingly.
Well, he said, but willingly. Go ahead.
Not for filthy lucre.
Yeah, for money, or for achievement, notoriety, fame, right? I was talking to the sister today, and she was like, you know, these brothers don't know me, and they talking about doing garments, and I'm like, my head is all jacked up, you know, and I'm like, you said it. Like, she was really answering her own question. I'm like, you said it, sis. They don't know you. And they're not dealing with you spiritually. All they want is numbers. I want to pull you in because numbers. And that's where we got to separate ourselves. I don't give a dang about none of that. I don't want to be the one when Christ come back and said, I never knew you. you were teaching, you were doing this, but I never knew you. But how are we not going to be those people? By not being like the Pharisees? By not doing it for notoriety or fame or some, like I keep saying, fictitious power, right? Or some brothers think there's the power they got. We don't got no power. You understand that? What?
No, I was because I was thinking about it. We were talking about David earlier, and one of the reasons why the Most High chose him to be king in Saul's stead was because of the characteristics that he shown when he was a sheep. He was basically a keeper of the sheep, and basically, you know, he had the one that strayed away, and then he had wrestled. He fought the lion, and the other one with the bear.
Okay.
And he didn't do that. It wasn't necessarily because it was his father. It was his father's sheep, but also at the same time, it was for the care of his job. It was the care of that animal. You know what I mean? So
right.
if he cared for those specific animals out of the whole flocks to go above and beyond to put himself in harm's way to get those animals ready.
Right.
How much more for his people?
Right.
So he carried.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point.
So he carried God. So he carried that same love and care to his nation.
Right.
So when he
and the Most High seen that in him, like,
right.
Man, if you're gonna do this for an animal,
God,
where's your sincerity? It's a scripture in Proverbs. It tells you that he that not regarding his beasts.
Righteous man
regardeth
the life of his beast.
Yeah, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast. And you would think, when you think about that, you would think, well, so you're trying to tell me because I'm dog fighting, I'm wicked? I mean, it shows your character. You know what I mean? It shows your character about a person that, you know, burns cats. You know, you pick the cat up, kicking them on YouTube. Like, you got demons on you, man. You know, but people don't understand. That's a glitch in their character. Yeah.
Hey, I got a question on that because, me growing up, for some reason, cats, like house cats, they were always eerie to me. Like, I felt like they was evil all the time, like just like the regular cats. They was something about them. To me, they're just evil.
Right.
So that was me kicking them, ripping with the tail, throwing them BB gun. But when it come to dogs, I love them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that kind of made me feel some kind of way because I was like, damn.
Yeah.
You know? But when I see cats, it's like it's just something about them.
Yeah.
It's some kind of, it's like they be wicked to me.
You know, remember I mean, you obviously know now. You know now that cats ain't wicked. There's no, you know, I mean, the Most High didn't make the cat wicked. He didn't make any animal wicked. They're for their purpose. But you know that now. What I'm saying, if we think and meditate on that scripture, you know, they tell you these maniacs start with that. Dissecting animals, cutting them up. What you're saying is different. You just didn't like them. You know what I mean? But some people, man, they got this spirit dealing with their animals. Dealing with animals, man. I mean, we're not talking about animals here tonight. We're just talking about the intention that, you know, what you're saying about David. Right. That the Most High was looking at his spirit, and if he can take care of these animals like this, how much more his people? What's up?
Oh, I have the scripture.
Yeah, you don't have to go there. What's up?
I was going to also say, because there was a video on, what was his name? The Iceman. What's his real name?
You talking about the assassin?
The cold-blooded killer, they nicknamed him the Iceman, right?
Yeah.
And when
Chuck
he,
Liddell?
no, not the UFC fighter, but the actual like this.
Oh, the hitman.
The psycho murderer, yeah, the hitman. And he was getting interviewed, and they were doing a psychiatric treatment or whatever interview. And basically, he was describing all of those characteristics at an early age, where he threw a cat inside of a furnace and he just watched it burn.
Right.
Tying the tails on the animal, on their tails together,
Right.
and driving through it. And it developed.
Dang.
Oh yeah, he was sadistic, and he developed those traits that he did to the animals.
Right.
To the people.
Right.
To
Exactly.
the same people that he kills.
Right. So that's perfect. That's real though. You know. But I mean, I don't want to go too deep into that. You know, just substantiating what you're saying about this characteristic of David, that he had this love in him and what the Most High seen. I think that was the point of that point you were making. And jump back. So where we at? First Peter's 5 and 2.
First Peter's chapter 5 and verse 2 from the top. Feed the flock of God which is among you.
Right.
Taking the oversight thereof.
Right. So we supposed to take the oversight thereof. See? Not through filthy lucre. Not for constraint. Right? Not it says but willingly. Go ahead.
But willingly, not for filthy lucre.
Right.
But of a ready mind.
Right, of a ready mind. So, you know, it's just showing that why are we doing this? Go back, jump to 1 Corinthians 15 and 10.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 10.
And if y'all tuned in, this is just right with his question in Romans 4. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 10. But by the grace of God, I am what I am.
And that's what Paul is talking about. You see, he's not, he's not trying to be something he's not. He's always reminding us, yes, have faith, yes, have works. But you got to remember that by the grace of the Most High, you are what you are. You're why you're here. Go ahead.
And his grace, which was bestowed upon me, was not in vain.
See, what ultimately is going to keep us moving?
The grace of the Most High?
The grace of the Most High. Because if not, bro, you got some brothers and sisters that mess up daily. You will condemn yourself. You want to kill yourself. I'm just not good enough. You know, we deal with it all the time. Brothers are doubtful daily. It's like, why you just can't believe? Right? They got to work on their faith. But what pushes you? You can have more faith and you can have more works if you're thinking like this right here. If you're thinking like, damn, I might not be perfect. I might not be good. But I know this, that whatever the Most High gave me, I'm going to move with that. Right? I'm going to move with that in the spirit of the Most High in Christ. I'm not a best orator. I might not be perfect in this yet, because you're not. You're going to get the Most High. Go ahead.
But I labored more abundantly than they all.
Man, he said it perfectly. He's like, I'm working more than the next man. Why? Because Paul was murderous. He was killing the apostles. So for you to condemn yourself and say, you know what, man, I'm just not good enough. What are you talking about? What apostle have you murdered?
You're just lazy.
Yeah, right. You're just lazy-minded. You're just weak-minded. He actually put his hand to the death of our people. So, but that's why he was like, no, I got to work. If the Most High said, you know, you restoring the children of Israel covers a multitude of sins, I'm going to work then. I'm going to work. Go ahead.
Yet not I.
Yet not what?
Yet not I.
Oh, what was his motivation? Read.
But the grace of Yahweh, which was with me.
So that was the point he was making in Romans 4. That it's man, I got so many things that I did wrong. How am I going to catch up to that?
Yeah, you can't pay that debt.
You can't pay that debt. There's no way. You see that? How am I going to do that? It's impossible, right? To be clean in the Most High's eyes. Like, oh, Yahweh, look at me, I did it now. Right? Give me that one. It's a few of them. I think there's one in Ecclesiastes. It says exactly that.
Ecclesiastes?
Yeah. But finish that real quick.
1 Corinthians 15.
That end right there. Read that last end again.
1 Corinthians 15, verse 10. Last precept.
Right.
Yet not I, but the grace of God, which was with me.
Right. So, you know, we got to have that push us. And that's what is edifying us. That scripture right there is edifying us on that 4th chapter of Romans. I mean, y'all don't have to get the other one. Y'all get it. I mean, unless we got anything else online?
No, sir.
I have no questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Next question.
Yeah.
It's Romans chapter 5, verse 12
Uh-huh.
and 13. I'm sorry.
Romans what?
Chapter 5, verse 12 through 14.
Right. Remember, they got to hear you online, so you got to talk up.
And then verse 19.
Romans. Jesus. Go ahead.
Romans chapter 5 and verse 12.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore, as by one man's sin, wherefore, as by one man's sin, entered into the world.
Adam, go ahead.
And death by sin.
Right.
And so death passed upon all men.
Go ahead.
For that all have sinned.
Go ahead.
For until the law, sin was in the world. But sin is not imputed when there is no law.
Okay, so what's your question?
I guess it was verse 19.
Oh, you want to read down?
Yeah, I was gonna. It's 12 through 14 and then verse 19.
12 through 14 and then 19.
That's what it's kind of talking.
Okay, so you see what 12 is saying, right?
Kind of, but that was kind of one of my questions too. Was like, how is it that just because of Adam's sin? Because I thought, we all have a choice.
Well, that's what it's saying. It's saying that through Adam bringing in sin in the world, now man sees these things, right? Remember, these devices were in the world, right? He messed up. Now everybody sees this, and now everybody, the wicked, are going to this sin.
So if he wouldn't have did it, even though it was there, we wouldn't have.
Huh?
If he wouldn't have if he wouldn't have sinned against the Most High, then we wouldn't have, I guess, know what that was, pretty much.
Right,
It's
of
like,
course.
even though it's in the world, we might have did it ignorantly. But now, because he did it, now we know it's wrong, so now we, I don't know.
Yeah, you what it's saying is that through Adam sinning and touching those works, right? Because fruit, the works, right? He touched those works of sin. Now his children seen that, right? Their children seen that, and now they gave themselves over to these things, right? Because you do got the choice. But now that option is there, there was a point that option wasn't there. But you dabbed in this, you opened the door of this, and now this option is there.
So he let the flood in.
He let the flood in. Now because of that, all men died, right? Because of this sin. Yeah.
Is it like a virgin, an innocent child?
Right.
And then you put him in front of TV where there's
Defilement.
defiled sex.
Supergirl and
Yeah.
two girls on there kissing.
Yeah, and so that is in there. That's now.
Now that's defiling their mind.
So that makes them then curious.
Curious, partaking into that sin. I wanna do that. What's that about?
Yeah, that curiosity about what they never saw before.
Right.
Now they see it. Now they become curious to see what it's about.
Exactly. Exactly what it is. I mean, remember, Adam didn't make us sin. He opened the door. You said it perfectly. The floodgates open. Now the devices of sin is seen. The themes of sin is seen. And now you're curious, right? The scriptures call it concupiscence. That deep desire, that lust. Like you lust and desire after that. Like, well, damn, what is that over there then? Right? You're telling me, it's like, for instance, I tell my kids, don't do this, don't do that, this is wrong, this is wicked, right? But when they watch TV, it's giving them the option, it's showing them that, well, why is it wicked? They're doing it. When they go to school, they're like, well, they're doing it. They're alive, right? Nothing's happening to them. Same thing happened to Adam, right? Now this option is open. They touched that. Death came, but did death come right there?
Nah.
Adam dropped and died?
Nah.
Nah. I mean, it would have been nice. I mean, we probably wouldn't have to go through all this. But no. Death came through time down the line through sin. Yeah. All right, go ahead, read on.
Verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Salah, verse 13. For until the law, sin was in the world. But sin is not imputed when there is no law.
Right.
Verse 14. Nevertheless, death reigned from Adam to Moses.
Right, right.
Even over them that had not.
Read 13 again, I'm sorry.
Verse 13.
Uh-huh.
For until the law, sin was in the world. But sin is not imputed when there is no law.
Right. So we know where there's no law, there's no sin. That's what that's saying.
Okay.
Right? Because they knew better, there was the sin. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Nevertheless, death reigned from Adam to Moses.
Right.
Even over them that had not sinned.
Right. Where was the death? Meaning that, you know, you might not have did it, but you might not be selling crack, right? But what's in your hood?
Right.
Death. Right? It's there. Because this is that spirit that went out. And now you got it through your neighborhood, you got it through your family, you got it through your nation. So death is there. Go ahead.
Even over them that had not sinned.
Right.
That had not sinned.
Right.
After the similitude of Adam's transgression.
Right.
Oh, so that just reiterated your point.
Exactly. That's what, well, I reiterated the point that he said. Go ahead.
Got it.
Uh-huh.
Who is the figure of him that was to come?
Right, so now he's letting us know Yahweh Shai was like that second Adam. Right? The first Adam was a living soul, the second Adam was a living spirit.
Oh, that's
right? Or, am I jumping?
No, well, my second question was going to be in verse 19.
Okay, go ahead.
That's pretty much what it's saying, too.
Go ahead.
For as by one man, verse 19, Romans 5, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
For as by one man's disobedience, many were made sinners.
Right.
So by the obedience of one shall many be made righteous.
Right. So he came back and was able to show us what not to do and how to conquer sin. Because I think that's the mind state of man. That it's impossible that there's no way we can be righteous and be like Christ. But that's not true. We can be like the Son of the Most High. We just have to do and think like the Son of the Most High, which is put the Most High first. Put the laws and commandments first. So that's what Christ came and laid down. The example of how we're going to conquer the mistakes that Adam did. Adam was disobedient. That's why Adam fell. He was disobedient. He told them not to. They did it. Therefore, that sin came. So, I mean, you get that, right? Okay. What was it in there that you were questioning in your mind?
Well, I was just wondering, like, damn, okay, so I know the Most High gave us life and death.
Right.
And he didn't make any man sin.
Right.
So we can't blame it on him. It's our
right.
choice. So I was wondering, okay, so how would Adam sinning just cause all of us now to sin? I know we're his children and everything, but
right.
we have the choice like Adam did.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's, yeah, I understand it now.
Right. The let me get this one. To add to what you're saying, now I'm understanding where you're talking about also a little more. Go to Ecclesiastes 7 verse 29. Just to expound a little more on your question. You know, how Adam, what is it? You know, because Adam didn't take our hand and he didn't make us sin. That's what your point is. Like, Adam didn't make us sin, but how is it that he brought forth death? Read that.
Oh, can I? One more
yeah.
Thing too? That's like, it made me think about 2nd Ezra too. When Ezra was like the scripture said something like, Adam, what
hast thou done? Yeah.
So I was thinking about it, I was like, damn, so what am I wasn't getting it 100%, you know?
Right. Well, let's see if this helps out a little more also. Read that.
Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 7 and verse 29. Lo, this only have I found, that the Most High hath made man upright.
Right.
But they have sought out many inventions.
They have sought out what?
Many inventions.
They have sought out what?
Many inventions.
They have sought out many inventions. So, the creation of these things, right, is what, where man start falling. Now, somebody showed you it. She said, perfect example is if you are a virgin and you don't know nothing about sex, and that first person told you, well, this is how you do sex, right? And they told you to put your face on the ground and start kissing the ground. And they said, this is sex. You wouldn't know what sex is.
Right.
You're going to think, what? I'm going to kiss the ground. And everybody might laugh at you, but your pure mind, all you know is, this is what they told me sex is. If you've seen videos on sex, and it was people kissing the ground, that will dilute your mind to think this is sex. Just like they're doing with TV. Relationships. See, that's all psychological. They're putting that on TV. They're seeing men with men, women with women. They're diluting the children's mind. So these inventions of it is what is destroying the mind. You see that?
Right.
So you don't have to do nothing else. What is going to pull them into it now?
Just their body.
Concupiscence. Go there real quick. Go to Romans 7. That concupiscence is the lust, the desire to know, to see, right? To see what those inventions are, to inquire how those inventions work, right? And that's what the wicked are best at. Their inventions and how they show you why wickedness is good. And yeah, if you watch a little TV, you watch your little Netflix series. Now they're starting to show you why integrating, and they're doing a lot of Judah with Esau. Yeah, all through there. Like, of course, Flash got it. They came up with this. Just all through it, it's all that. So what they're doing is creating Babylon, the great Babylon, right? Confusion, nation, Israel with every nation, right? Gays, lesbians, everybody, right? All one people, the one world order, the new world order, which is what? You're not a people, we are one people, right? The same Babylonian mind state. So this is what they're creating. Go ahead. Romans 7 and 7.
Romans chapter 7. Verse 7. What shall we say then? Is the law sin?
Right.
God forbid. Nay, I had not known sin.
Right.
But by the law.
Right.
For I had not known lust.
Right.
Except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
So what happened when he said, don't touch this, don't desire that? Well, Satan came in and said, well, why not? Why not? Look at how it works. Look at how this can help you. Look at how you can benefit from that. Adam partook, Eve partook, right? What did they partake in? Doing it, right? So their kids seen it and said, what? I want to do it too.
Mommy and Daddy's doing it.
Mommy and Daddy's doing it, so I want to do it. So watch, check it out. Go ahead.
Verse 8. But sin, taking occasion by the commandment.
So sin came because you disobeyed the commandment. Go ahead.
Wrought in me all manner of concupiscence.
So it right in you, you see somebody else sinning, it gives you a deep down desiring lust. Right? Now you want to know, oh, the wicked want to know. Let me reiterate that. The wicked want to know, because let's go back to the beginning. The first man and the first woman, right? The righteous, right? Watching the fruits of the wicked. You see this? Now they start doing it. Now, where is the righteous?
Scarce.
Scarce. To the point where the Most High is going to save 1/3, 144,000. Well, why? Because they start watching and seeing what everybody else was doing. It's the same thing. The Most High said there's nothing new under heaven. But see, I wanted to bring you here because the inventions brought forth the concupiscence, which, watch, look up that word. You got to look up these words, man, so y'all can really understand what he's saying here. And then we're going to go to Psalms 106.
Concupiscence.
Uh-huh.
It says to covet or lust after.
See, you see that? I want that. Right?
Okay.
So if you're telling me I gotta bend over to get these rims, I want those rims. I want that money. I want that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm coveting this deep desire, lust for what that is. I'm gonna do it by all means necessary. But where did it come from? Through the wicked inventions. Go ahead.
The coveting of carnal things.
There you go.
Or an irregular appetite for worldly good.
There you go. You see that? That concupiscence is a desire, a strong, inordinate desire for carnal things. Well, the law said, thou shalt not. The nigga in you was like, well, why not? Aleister Crowley said, do as thou wilt. The white man says, listen, do what you feel, what's in your heart. It doesn't matter, right? Long as you do what's in your heart that makes you feel good. Once they tell you that, I mean, think about how that sounds. That sounds like the devil, but it sounds good. You don't want nobody telling you you can't do what you want to do. Especially no black hairy man. Like, black hairy man telling me no. White is right telling me I can do anything I want. Freedom? Yeah. That's how they, that's what's put in our people's mind. Y'all gotta understand that.
My dad told me the opposite. He said if it's white, it ain't right.
But, well, your dad, he was a man of wisdom. Yeah. Yeah.
But I like the point that you brought out earlier about did Adam drop dead right after he sinned. No one sees that head. They don't give you that little disclaimer. You know. This
is gonna destroy you down the line.
Exactly.
Well, that's what when Satan came to Eve, that's what it was. He said, thou shalt surely not die. Right? Which he told her the truth. See? Yeah, he told her the truth, but he did what Satan does. He bent it. That's what the devil does. Yeah, we're over here. We're going to live on this land. We're going to live together in harmony. But first, you're going to be killed, destroyed, bowed down. I'm going to rape your women, and then we're going to get into harmony. Harmony, if you want to call it that, right? You see that? That's what the devil does, man. He come not forth to kill, steal, and murder. So now we're getting how these inventions brought forth our eyes to look and lust after for these wicked things. That's where Adam fell. That's where Eve fell. Right? Seeing it being done and now wanting to partake in the fruit of their doings. Now we're understanding Genesis 3. Y'all understand that? Right. So go from there. Go to Psalms 106, verse 39. Go ahead.
So, chapter 106 and verse 39. Thus they were defiled with their own works.
Come on, Jeremiah. Read up. Come on.
So, chapter 106 and verse 39.
There you go.
Thus were they defiled with their own works.
Right.
And went a-whoring with their own invention.
There you go. What is an invention? Something that you come up with.
Right.
So they went through their lusts, through their desire, these inventions. Now, I mean, do y'all want to talk about what inventions? We can go all day on that. In every perspective and aspect, the white man, the devil, Satan has found an invention to defile you, right? Everything, and that's what we're gonna get into tonight on the health aspect. But in every invention, he found some way to turn it into wickedness. So y'all see that? So now go to 2nd Esdras. Where was it? Go to 2nd Esdras. He was just there. No, that's 2nd Esdras. No, that's not it. Hold on 1 second. Let us find this real quick. He just had it. Huh? Second Esdras. 3 and 7. 2nd Esdras 3 verse 7. Just on your point. I mean, y'all getting this, right? You're getting this, Lakarab.
Yes, sir.
So, read that.
2nd Esdras, chapter 3, and verse 7. And unto him thou givest commandments.
Right.
To love thy way.
Right.
Which he transgressed.
Right.
And immediately thou appointest death in him.
Right.
And in his generation.
And it is what?
Generation.
Go ahead.
Of whom came nations. Tribes, people, and kindred.
So you see that down, because the acts, the works, down the world, down the way, all men started to do wickedness. Go ahead.
Out of number, verse 8. And every people walked after their own will.
See, now, their own inventions. Y'all see that? They walked after their own will. Go ahead.
And did wonderful things before thee.
Did wonderful things. Wonderful things before thee. What wonderful things? Wonderful wicked things. Go ahead.
And despise thy commandments. And again, it proceed of time. And again, in process of time.
That's just right what Abadiah was saying. They didn't die right then and there. In process of time, go ahead.
Thou broughtest the flood upon those that dwelled in the world.
I got to take these guys out of there. We got to kill them off. Because why? What you were doing was going to bring you to death anyway. Right? So go from there. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 1 and verse 13. Read that.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 13.
Go ahead.
For God made not death, neither had he pleasure in the destruction of the living.
Go ahead.
For he created all things, that they might have their being.
Right.
And the generations of the world were helpful.
They were what?
Helpful.
That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. They were helpful. Go ahead.
And there is no poison of destruction in them.
Read.
Nor the kingdom of death upon the earth.
Read.
For righteousness is immortal.
Go ahead.
But ungodly men with their works and words call it to them.
See? They called it through their inventions and their works and words. Go ahead.
For when they thought to have it their friends.
So it wasn't that Adam made them do it. It's that these inventions and things they came up with, they wanted it to be their buddy. My buddy. Right? Go ahead.
They consumed to naught.
Right?
And made a covenant with it.
They also made a contract. That's why you look at people, man, now in this day and age, they bold in wickedness.
Right.
They're bold in evil. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know that nobody. And really, does thunder come down and shoot them? And no, that's why there's a way that it's set in the hearts of the men to do evil, right? Because judgment is not executed speedily. So it set in their mind to do evil. So this is what it means by Adam brought death. It was a process of time that these inventions, little by little, brought forth the works of death, the things that brought them to death. Go ahead.
Because they are worthy to take part with it.
Right. See, and truthfully, see, it's like this. It's a process of elimination. Like this is, you can't get the Most High. The Most High got you. So he's like, listen, your own wickedness is going to correct you. Yeah. The thing that you're taking pleasure in, that you're making a contract with, is going to destroy you. Yeah. You see that? So, y'all get that, right? Right. So, do we have anything else online? Okay, well, listen, we're going to read that one again, because that's where we're going to start out with on this topic in class. Good. All right?
All right. What's the title?
Okay, we'll just hold it. Let's go to, the title is, what was it? Yeah, it said the cure of all diseases. The cure of all diseases. Go to Baruch 4, verse 1.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. You know, it's a good topic because, you know, a lot of times we get so busy in our schedule, in our life, we neglect our health. And in this class, we're going to see different levels of our health in areas that we neglect. All right, so Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God.
Yeah, see this book right here, this Bible, this Hebrew book, is the book of commandments of God. All right, these is laws and statutes. This is what he gave us for us to live our life on. All right, this is a foundation. Read.
And the law that endureth forever.
It endures for how long?
Forever.
Just a month.
Forever.
Now, you know, I'm gonna pick it up. When I'm in the car on my dashboard.
Forever.
When I go to church on Sunday.
Forever.
Now, Saturday.
Forever.
Read.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
All they that do what?
Shall keep it shall come to life.
See, if you keep the words in this book, you'll come to life. Because as we know here in this world, that people that don't have the Bible, they're dying. They're dying off of diseases. They're dying from casualties, accidents, murders, all these different ways of going out. They're dying, man. Why? Because they don't have this word. They don't have this life. Read.
But such as leave it shall die.
Yeah, you'll die. Keep reading.
Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it.
Right.
Walk in the presence of the light thereof.
See, he's talking about Jacob. He said, Jacob, take hold of this because it's for us. Right. The Israelites, so-called Judah, or so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This book is for us. This book gives us life. God. So we're going to go through this Bible and understand how it's supposed to give us life.
Go to Proverbs 4:22. Just real quick, just to add with this. God. Because a lot of people don't understand, well, how is the Bible going to make me healthy? Right. Well, you got to follow the rules of the scriptures. The Bible touches on everything in every way for you to live a long life. Y'all got that?
God.
The Bible touches on everything. Don't let these religions and churches deceive you, man. You can go to the Bible for what to eat, how to dress, how to think, how to talk, how to walk, right?
Good.
For everything. So when we're not going to the scriptures for those things, we're not going to live a long life. We don't understand that, man. That's why, and we're going to talk about it. That's why the blacks and Hispanics statistically don't live a long life.
Right.
Right? Because our life is in the Word. You understand? We ain't going to live a long life in this kingdom. You're going to die young, hurting, decrepit, broke down, right, if you're not applying these laws. So read that, Proverbs 4:22.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 22. For they are life unto those that find them.
Right.
And health to all their flesh.
Right. It's, wait a minute. How is the word? See, you think commandments and you just think 10 commandments. You don't understand. The wisdom of the Bible is health.
Right.
The wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures is health. It tells you what to eat. Tells you what not to eat. You understand? So these are the things that as we start getting our eating habits better, we start taking care of our mind, our body, right? The Most High is going to let you live a long life. You don't have to die at 30. Only time you have to die at 30, man, is when the Most High take you out in a gunshot or car accident. You know what I mean? But you should, and you don't have to be decrepit. You don't have to have arthritis and be broken down and can't move. You know, I was just telling my ribs that. I was like, man, you too young. Can't be 30 years old and can't move. What's wrong? But what it is our eating habits. We're forgetting, you know what we're forgetting? Read that one more time and then somebody else give me 1 Corinthians 6.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 22. For they are life unto those that find them.
And go ahead.
And health to all their flesh.
Their what?
Health to all their flesh.
Yeah, the laws and commandments and wisdom. That's why I be trying to push brothers and sisters, study, get in the scriptures. Because, you know, like I was saying, I was telling the brothers yesterday, man, I caught myself within the last week, got me some Jolly Ranchers, throw them in one of my ribs house. That was over there. Then my other ribs house, I had the Red Hots. Right, I had some seeds. I had some sunflower seeds. So I was putting salt and sugar for like a week. And then I realized, I'm starting to break out rashes again. Yeah, when I eat like that, I start breaking out. But when I'm eating right, I went to buffet, eating those steaks. Yeah, my body started breaking out. Every time I do it, it doesn't fail. If I'm eating right, I'm good. I start eating all bad and pumping that in my body, my skin start breaking out. But I had to realize through wisdom, like this is happening to you. How many of our people, man, they kind of, yeah, I hear what you mean. We like, brother, you need to get on the green foods. You need to juice a little more. They're like, yeah, I hear you, brother. Yeah, why? Because some of us got that taste for those things in us. And the more you eat, the more it circulates through. So I'm waking up at night. I'm not eating nothing during the day. I'm eating one meal, but then at night, I'm pumping myself with Jolly Ranchers. I woke up sick the other day. I was like, 4 in the morning. Why? Because I'm eating garbage. But you know what I did? I was like, nah, grab that bag, threw it in the trash. Went and took all the other stuff, threw it out. Too much salt, too much sweets, too much bad food. Right, I'm 40. I'm 40 now. I can't do that moving and living. How we move. You know how we move in this life as Israelites, going from state to state, having to do the flyers and do the street speaking and doing all that. You'll be like, I can't do it, You won't live. What's up?
There's a question pertaining to
the topic. Go ahead.
Do you guys drink distilled water?
Distilled water, I heard that's the best. Distilled water, spring water. Also, they were saying because we were doing the alkaline water. I still got the alkaline machine. The Hawam got the alkaline machine running through his house. Alkaline water in his house.
Showers with alkaline.
Yeah. So alkaline water. But I heard distilled water was good. But here's the thing, and we get it, and we're gonna touch on it. We know the earth is defiled.
Okay.
So, but does that give you the reason just to go do crack? Like, the earth is defiled. Everything's filthy. Hand me that burger. Hand me that steak. Hand me that 7-Up. And you know what? Let me pump that 7-Up in my veins. We don't. A woman of wisdom don't think like that. A dummy thinks like that. You know, if we were gonna base it off like that, everything is defiled. you start thinking like niggas out back in the world. You know what I mean? Everything's defiled. What are you talking about? Just because you don't eat pork, that beef is defiled. Yeah, come. But do we start eating and breaking the law?
Wow.
No, because we're remembering that the law is health to us. Is life to us. Go ahead, read where you at in Corinthians. What is it?
This is Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 19.
Go to 1 Corinthians 6 and 19. And this is what a lot of us forget starting out, man. Yeah. Go to 1 Corinthians 6, verse 19, and then we'll go to 3 and 16. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit?
A lot of people, you act like that ain't there. You're 30 years old. You can't move. You can't function. Your body is breaking down. You got the itch. You got the scab. You know what I mean? Your brother's always itching. Like, you got the botch and don't realize that. Bro, you need to cleanse your anal cavity. You need to damn flush that.
Feel like a little kid.
Yeah. And what is all this for? Don't get this class wrong. This ain't for like these nerds out here like you gotta just live just to live. Bro, this is about living and doing the work.
Right.
This ain't just about like they're doing it out there. You gotta have good health, bro. You gotta, no, this is about living to do the work. How are you gonna live 80, 90 and to be able to move and do the work of the Most High? Like Moses.
Right.
Come.
Not at 60 and you be like, I can't move, and somebody got to change your diaper and help you pee. Man, that's, bro.
Memory loss, all that.
Yeah, memory, everything. See, and brothers and sisters, don't forget it. Don't remember this. Read. Come on.
Which is in you.
Go ahead.
Which ye have of Yahweh.
Go ahead.
And ye are not your own.
Right. Brothers don't understand that you're not your own. Like, you're supposed to take care of your body. You're supposed to keep the law. What do you think the laws of food are for? You understand? Like, what the Most High give us the laws for to eat. If he didn't give a damn about you taking care of your body, he would have just said eat anything. You think the laws of not eating pork like does something for the Most High? It don't do nothing for the Most High, man. That helps you for your body to not damn have worms in it.
Right. Trichinosis worms.
Right. Your skin to be clear. You start eating, I noticed that too. I started that more meat I eat, skin dries up, get more pale.
Eczema.
You get more eczema, right? So you got to have control over all these things.
Right.
Once again, we've been talking and throwing this word about out there, ye are gods, ye are gods. Well, this is part of it. You can't control your eating habits, your diet, right? You're not going to be this God. See, the kingdom of heaven is not meat and drink. So you got to learn how to control, you got to learn how to keep your body for the Most High, for the work, for your brother and sister. You see how everything comes right back to that? Well, why this is important? I can eat what I want to eat. Yeah, you can. All things are lawful, but not expedient.
Right.
So, you can eat whatever you want. But when you broke down, when you in the hospital all the time, when you got bills, then you're going to be mad as hell because you didn't follow the wisdom and the law. Right? Think about how many of us in here is overweight. How many of us in here can't move and function? And think about how old you are. Now that's just in our school. Now think about the blacks and Hispanics throughout the world statistically. Because they're not thinking about this, that your temple, your body, is a place that got to be cherished for the spirit to dwell in. Now, yeah, we're on a higher level. You're done with the dope and the crack, and you're done with all the drugs and the popping pills and killing your liver. You're done with all that, right? But still, how do I maintain my life so I can have function? Right? We got to think like this. Come on, go ahead.
Verse 20. For ye are bought with a price.
Uh-huh.
Therefore glory God in your body. And in your spirit.
Right. So you got to glorify the Most High in your body. So yes, eating right is supposed to happen. Taking care of your health is supposed to happen. Y'all get this? All right, go to 3 and 16.
And just to add on that, you know, with the we're bought with a price. Think about it, man. It's almost like majority of people out here in the world, they rent cars, man. They lease cars. It's the same thing. Listen, you're not finna just dog the car that you have. You finna make sure you maintenance the tires.
That's right.
You make sure you got the oil change. Listen, if your car takes E85, you put that in it. Make sure it runs smoothly. The seats is gonna be nice and cleansed down, but you should do your body the same way, man. Once again, like the scripture is saying, we're bought with a price. This body is not ours. We're just a vessel to be doing work. All right? And get that.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
So, who's thinking that it's far-fetched to take care of your body, to eat the right things? You have to. You see that? You want to keep looking young, man. You want to keep looking young. You don't want to be broke out. A lot of Judah stays looking young. All you got to do is just take care of your health. Like the brothers out there in Trinidad, you think everybody's in and eat right, and they're not. They just, the food out there is not as defiled as ours, and they wake up to teas. That's a key thing. They wake up to tea, not coffee. Shrivels up your liver, right? Too much of it. I'm not saying coffee is bad for you, but used for its purpose. Right. And that's what we don't understand. How, as Hebrew Israelites, living off the herbs in the earth, right? We don't know how to use these things. We still going to the white man. Right. Now, let me do the disclaimer. I'm not saying don't go to the white man if you need to. All right, so that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you're supposed to be learning you. You know? You're supposed to be learning your body and what you need to put in it instead of listening to what the white man's telling you to do. They always say, oh, we just need to cut that out. Let's just cut that out. They always want to cut something out. And every time, every person that has got some dang incision, back problem, and went to the white man to try to get it fixed, it's worse. Every person I know don't never go do no back stuff, man. Unless you got millions of dollars like these ball players. That where they're trying to save you for something, you know, what they deem is great. Otherwise, you Joe Schmo, bro, they just gonna do cut that. Oh, it's still hurting? Well, that's what happens. You know, that's what's going on. Go ahead.
If any man, verse 17. If any man defile the temple of Yah, him shall Yahweh destroy.
And how do you defile the temple of Yahweh? How?
Unclean food.
You break the law. The law leads you to long life. But stop thinking when I say law, 10 Commandments. The law, the wisdom, the lights, the word. There's more than 10 Commandments that lead you to life. God. You understand that? God. So that's what y'all have to see, that we gotta get that better for what? To look more sexy? No. So don't think this is what this is about. You gotta look fly. No, but to live longer, to do more works. Christ don't come back in the next 70 years. What then? Huh? Like, well, brother, I could do the work, but my knees is out.
Yeah, your liver's done. You had all the rock stars and Red Bulls. Yeah, you didn't maintain your body.
Too much alcohol.
Oh, come on, all that. But the Most High, like you said, the Most High gave us the law to keep us to maintain. Did you want to say that scripture?
Yeah. Right, so go from there, go to Jeremiah 30 and 11.
Good.
Jeremiah 30 and 11. And that's what we got to see. This all goes back to Deuteronomy 28. Everything. He told us, you're going to go into Egypt, and you're going to get these diseases on you.
All right. Burns.
You're going to get these itches on you. You're going to have these things on you. Why? Because you're not taking care of your body. Right? Then your kids, they don't take care of their body. They see you eating crappy, and guess what? You killing them at a young age. You start them out on the wrong path. Oh, man. Let me talk about Issachar at damn Walmart. They're like everything. I ain't going to get none name brand. Not saying that that's different, but they make sure they get the damn plain few for their kids. We're going to get it just says red stuff.
All right. Bag of red.
Yeah. It ain't even no name brand.
Caliente.
They ain't even hiding it. It just says that high fructose corn syrup. Destroy your liver here. That's it. What?
I had a question online. They said, then what can you eat?
Well, and that's the thing. We got to learn. Right? Good question. Hold that. Go to 2 Timothy 2 verse 15. And then we're going to go to another scripture. We're going to come back to this Jeremiah. Right. We're going to come back to the Jeremiah. But go to 2 Timothy 2:15. Okay? Real quick.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15.
Right. And we're going to go through this. There's a lot we have to go over. And I don't want to jump too far ahead. But, okay. But here's the thing. That there's... You know, like we're saying, like the scriptures say, we know the earth is defiled. But these are two things we got to understand. The Bible teaches. Read that.
2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15.
Go ahead.
Study to show thyself approved.
Do what?
Study to show thyself approved.
Right. Study to show thyself approved. Hosea 4:6, Lakarab. Go ahead.
Unto the Most High.
Go ahead.
A workman that needeth not to be ashamed.
Hey, we have to study what? The Bible, one, right?
God.
But what the Bible tells us about this topic. About what to eat, how to eat, right?
Good.
There's so many points we can touch in, and I don't want to just throw it all into one conversation. About discretion, about moderation. Right. See, so when you talk about health, we're talking about controlling all the things with the law. We got to study. We got to get the information.
And I would like to add, even with that, if you understand Old Testament and New Testament, testament means something that serves as a sign or evidence of a specified facts, events, or quality. So when we read this Bible, these are true events, man. These are things that we need to learn. Just like we go on TV, we try to look at who is it, Dr. Phil. You got your Dr. Oz. All these different individuals. They try to give you what they want to give you. No, go to the Bible. The Bible has everything for you. This is a legit history / health book, beneficial. Listen, this is a what is it, man?
It's the law of life.
Come on.
It's the law of life.
Law of life.
It's the law of life. The rules that's going to keep you healthy mentally, physically, spiritually.
It's the manual.
It's the manual in all things. And we're not being shown that. And when it comes to this health and what to eat, how to take care of your body, brothers and sisters, they're like, well, that's not part of it. Yeah, it is. There's no way you're going to survive doing this will of the Most High for 80, 90 years, man, and healthy.
Right.
Like a lot of our great-grandparents, because remember, all the defiled foods came about, 40, 50 years maybe.
1950s.
Yeah, but, you got, man, I was just watching the other day, what's the bald head comedian, he has a show now?
Howie Mandel?
Steve Harvey. Yeah, he had the lady on there, 80 years old. This chick was 80. She had a better body than every sister in this school.
Oh, you talking about that?
Yeah. Because she eat right, she take care of her body.
She's a vegetarian.
She's a vegetarian, and I'm not saying you have to go there, but she was watching how she eats.
You talking about the woman that drank the rainwater?
There's a few of them, but I'm talking about this one. This chick was healthy.
Right.
She was taking care of her body. Why? Because she studied, she got the information. And that's what it's about. You're getting the information, studying. Now, we are not the children of darkness. We're the children of light. Why is it that you come in the knowledge and now you're that more ignorant to taking care of yourself? Nah, you're supposed to be waking up to that, seeing that, yeah, he said beef is lawful, but moderation, I'm out of moderation. That's all I eat. I'm breaking out, my skin's breaking out, I'm itching all the time, I can't sleep.
2 patty melts from Whataburger.
Yeah.
Sleep on that.
But it's just excessiveness. So, well, answering this question real quick, I know we got one over here, but answering this question on, where are we at on there?
We're at Live Me.
Live Me. Answering this question, you got to study and get the information, okay? Hold that. Go to Hosea 4 and 6 real quick.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6.
Hold on, let me get this out. Go ahead.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
But that's in everything. Like this brother back here, John, he knows how to buy houses. That's wisdom. Right? You're saying, get the information. Why still be a slave and do it the way the white man does? The Spirit was showing me, like, damn, credit, I need to start at my kids' credit at 9, 10. Put their name on your credit. That way, when they're 15 and 16, their credit's already at 600. Then go ahead and put their name on your credit. Then, when instead of them renting out an apartment, no, they're going to buy a condo, a small 1-bedroom condo. By the age of 20, they already own a damn home. But you know what we're used to? We're used to what? No, doing it like the slave master. Because why? We're destroyed for the lack of knowledge. In what? Everything. The white man lock everything down. That's why they're successful. That's why their Whole Foods are in their area and the damn crack in the box is in your area. Right? The Taco Bell is in your area. Right? The unhealthy things, so you can get unhealthy habits. It's easy. Listen, regardless, yes, we know everything is sprayed with all these chemicals and things of that nature, right? But you still got, think about it. Why do they got Whole Foods spot as opposed to your area? Come on now. Yeah, the earth is defiled. We're going to get that. But why do they got in your area no Whole Foods? If you go to Colorado, that's all you got. Tell them, every area you got Whole Foods, Whole Foods, Whole Foods. Why? Because there's majority white folks there. In the air, the people, how they eat, right?
Chris.
So we got to be the ones to get the knowledge of these things. So what do you eat? You got to get the knowledge. You got to get the knowledge of what you eat and what you're putting in your body. Go ahead, read it again.
Verse 6, Hosea chapter 4, verse 6.
Right.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
So yeah, that knowledge is of the law, of the scriptures, of the wisdom of the Most High. That knowledge is that they stripped us from the knowledge of what things are good for our body and what things are not. Right. How to eat in excess, like table salt. That's not good. These are things they create. A lot of things that they modify, as opposed to what we eat, supposed to be eating naturally. That comes from the earth. Pink Himalaya salt, right? It's just certain things like that, you know. And you get the knowledge as you go, but you got to get it now. You know, you got to get it now so you can feed your kids the wisdom and knowledge and understanding. You were gonna say something.
Well, they're saying that they study because they understand about the cloven hooves,
right?
And the green of the field, and then the animals with the cloven hooves. So, I mean, what are you saying though?
What we're saying is that there's other things that it's not good for you to keep pumping your body with.
Even if it's lawful.
Even if it's lawful. Now give me that one real quick.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 12.
Right, and this is kind of like, it's a very good question. Right? So when the Bible says it's health to thy navel, right? That's 4. Proverbs 4. I didn't want to jump there because it's down in your scriptures. But no, we're going to go off the Proverbs 4 and 22. Right? What did it say in Proverbs 4:22? Read that again.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 22.
And then we're going to get the other one we just called. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 22.
Go ahead.
For they are life unto those that find them.
The laws, the wisdom are life to us. Go ahead.
And help to all their flesh.
So this is what we're saying. The wisdom of the Bible is a law, life, and health. This is what the Most High is saying. So that's what we're trying to do, is give brothers and sisters information on how to eat, how to take care of their temple, what to eat, in what way. Where are you at? Where's the other scripture?
1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 12.
1 Corinthians 6 and 12. Read that.
All things are lawful unto me.
So this is what you're saying. You're saying, all right, I know about the pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, oysters, caviar, crawfish, chitlins, cow butt, cow tongue. I know I don't eat that. Right? I'm not eating those things. Right? But now, do I come back and pump myself with 7-Up? Do I come back and pump myself with pounds of cheese? Right? To where I can't even crap for a week. And don't understand why you can't sleep. Why you can't breathe. Why you wheezing. Why you got the eternal cough.
Always phlegm.
Right. You're always flamed up. Flamed up. Right? You're always spitting up mucus. Right? Your joints already hurt at 30 years old. Right? Yeah, you ain't 50. But should you get arthritis when you're like 50 or 60 or something?
You got dementia. Forget.
Yeah, that's real. Listen, at a young age, you start forgetting. Why? Because the thing is that these things they're pumping in our communities are not good for us. So all things are lawful, but what?
But all things are not expedient.
And that's what we're further edifying in the law. Is that, yeah, as we learn that, you know, what they're doing to the cows. Like, why would I drink that damn stuff, man? You know, why would I eat the meats? And yes, eat meat. Fine. But why would I overindulge when it's making me sick? When it's making me ill? Right? Because we know, the scriptures say, we're not trying to teach you restrain from meats. This is about all whole living. Taking care of your body. Because I want to see you, I'm sick and tired. We got brothers and sisters 30 years old in this school, and they can't move. Right. They can't sit in the chairs too long. You know what I mean? That's insane. You got brothers and sisters in the school that don't want to admit they've been having that same cough for 8 years. That same cough. Like, you've had that same cough. Like, how you going to cough for 8 years straight? Bro, stop it. You need to change your health. You need to change your eating habits. And, you know, for y'all lying, you know, we give the information. You know, you can, if you eat like that, you eat like that. But the scriptures teach us different. It teaches us to control ourselves. It teaches us all things are lawful but not expedient. That's there. So you know what that means? That, yeah, beef is lawful. Chicken is lawful. That means that what? Milk is lawful, right? You're eating all the lawful things. Yeah, that means fruit is lawful. But what about all the things that's genetically modified, that's breaking down your system, that's set up? You know, we always get into the Illuminati. Don't get the mark of the beast. Nigga, you eating the mark of the beast. For real. Right? You want to always say, like, yeah, don't get the mark of the beast. But every time you eat and defile and eat GMOs and eat these things that's killing you, making you sick, it's destroying you. You got any statistics on the black and Hispanics as far as, look at the statistics of how many sick black and Hispanics, Israelites, as opposed to the so-called white man. Yeah.
I would say you're marked with the beast of the cancer that was in the beast that you ate.
Right. That's real. That is real, man. And that's a lot of people don't see it, man. We eat these things and they kill us. I keep saying my son, he had eczema, asthma. You know what I mean? He got all that. Like now, I even switched to goat, my newborn, I switched to goat milk. And it's just something they're doing to this milk to where it's like, He's like, he can't deal with it because he's lactose intolerant. But think about it. That's something they're putting in their milk. For you to do that. Because we all reject it. I mean, majority of blacks are lactose. Majority of Israelites are lactose intolerant. Right? Good. And we don't even, I haven't drunk cow milk in years, but it's still, look, now we got to switch from goat milk. We got to get coconut water and find some other natural way. Well, why? Because his skin is breaking out. Like, how the hell is that possible? Well, because these chemicals and these things, and it breaks your body down from your birth. What's up?
So eat organic?
What we're trying to show you is get the information, take care of your body. We're not trying to tell you how to eat. We're not telling you to be a vegetarian. We're not trying to tell you be an airtarian. You know what I mean? What you gonna eat? I just ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? We're not going to say that because there's no law to say that. I'll be teaching out of the scriptures to tell you that. What we're trying to show you is that the law, the wisdom of the scriptures teaches you to take care of your body, take care of your mind. So if all things are lawful but not expedient, right? Let's think about it. Liquor's lawful, right?
God.
But in what?
Moderation.
But in moderation. So when you go too extreme with liquor, what's going to happen to you? Cirrhosis of the liver, you're going to get dried up, you're going to be drunk, you're going to destroy yourself. But it's lawful. You know what I mean? If you every night had a cup of wine, at home, and you don't come to the school drunk, and you wake up fine, it can be good, you're functionable, right? But in the long run, how would your liver look like? Go ahead, say it. Say it loud, though, so they can hear your line.
I had that problem one time. I used to drink, have me a drink at night because I had a problem with sleep.
Right.
So I would take a glass of wine before I would go to sleep. But over time, my liver was messed up. So when I went in to have my, my blood checked and everything, when you get your checkup.
Wow.
And they told me that my liver was
damaged
a little bit. So they told me what to do, and then it cleared it up.
Yeah. It can be healed. You can regenerate your body if you, and then, we got to do, the next class has got to be on fasting. We got to do a fast class. But, you can regenerate your body, but we're trying to stop you from being in pain and not being able to function for your family, for your children, for your nation. That's what this is about. So, no, we're not going to give you no diet tips. All right, this is just really about applying the wisdom, the laws, and commandments, and understanding, yes, all things are lawful, but what things are expedient for you. Once again, I can drink a beer and probably be out, right? This brother probably can drink, 300 pounds, 400, 420? He's 450 pounds. We're just messing with him. But he probably can drink 2 beers and not be. But then again, is he going to push himself to say, well, 2 beers don't really do nothing to me. Let me drink 10. See, that's a lot of times we think like that. Come on, man. When I was young, I'm thinking, I'm drinking, it's lawful. We was killing gallons of Hennessy. We buy bottles of Remy. Why? Because it's lawful. But now, I can't drink at all. Why? Because I didn't apply the wisdom that, it's lawful, Kazakia. But now if I get a beer, I get all messed up.
Woozy, sick.
Right, woozy, sick.
Hot flashes.
Yeah, exactly, sweating. Why? Because you done overdid it. And that's what this is about. Knowing that, okay, listen, if your weight is making you non-functionable and you can't walk upstairs, take care of your body. Because that's your temple. If you're breaking out with rashes, your skin ailments, right? Take care of your body. Because the Most High wants you to do that. He wants you to live long, live a long life. That's what the law's about, living a long life. Y'all get this? All right, where are you at?
We can go to, with that, we can go to Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1.
We missed something over here. What, did we pass it?
The question?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
it's not okay to eat anything pork. What the hell?
But it ain't real pork, brother. It's just flavored.
It's flavored pork. Listen, it's still pork. Yeah, I mean, you know, and we understand what they're saying because they got artificial crab. It's not really crab. It's
imitation.
Yeah, imitation. Huh?
It's cod, I think.
Yeah, it's like cod. You know what I mean? And you know, you get stuff like that. It's defiled. Leave it alone. You see what I'm saying? Don't eat that. Just, there's a lot more food than pork, trust me. Right? So we got to remember that. Yeah.
I would say abstain from the appearance.
Yeah, perfect. Perfectly said. Abstain from all appearance of evil. You know what I mean? You don't want to get those anyway. You see pork on it, your kids, you eat pork chips. Well, that's not, then you got to go and explain to them, that's not really pork. You know what I mean? Just leave it alone. Okay. So, where are we at?
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1, just on this point as well.
Yeah.
All right?
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1.
Bring it out.
My son, forget not my law.
Read.
But let thine heart keep my commandments.
It says, let thy heart keep his commandments. Keep your mind focused on the Most High's word, on his dietary law, on his civil law, on his all the laws that he put down for us. Read.
For length of days and long life.
For what?
For length of days and long life.
Read.
And peace.
And what?
And peace.
Read.
Shall they add to thee.
See, this book right here has a long life, lengthy of days, and peace. Because the world don't have it. The world's out here in dismay. They go to McDonald's, get them a Big Mac, large fry, get them a slushie, go home, go to Netflix, and they're good until they get up in the morning. And it's back at it again. Now they got to deal with life again. This word, listen, we don't need all these excess things in life to fulfill us. This word right here gives us long life. It shows us how to live and eat a good life.
Yeah, listen, man. Come on, y'all know eating like that is not good.
Come on.
You know eating like that is good. I remember my son told me, man, he came down from New York. He was like, I haven't crapped in a week. He said, I've been eating McDonald's.
Man.
He said, I've been eating McDonald's every day. You don't think there's something wrong with your life right there if you ate doo-doo in a week?
I've been there before.
You sick, man.
Yeah, you're sick. But there's a lot of Israelites like that. There's a lot of blacks and Hispanics, man, that don't understand. You know what we do and what we did 10 years back? We just didn't buy it. You want to stop eating the stuff? Don't buy it. Don't put it in your house. You know, and that's what I told my rib when I said, wait a minute, I'm slipping. Because I seen it. I was like, I'm eating this garbage. I was like, throw it all away. But what we do is supplement. We get the seaweed snacks. You know what I mean? We get, the veggie snacks. Why? Because what happens is, if you're a snacker, you grab what's there. If it's the bad stuff, you're going to grab what's there. So if your problem is white bread, don't buy the damn white bread. If your problem is cheese, don't buy the cheese. If your problem is the bad things, don't even buy it. That way, and then when you do, you're going to break your habits.
Psychologically.
It's about breaking your habits. Everything is about breaking your habits. The wisdom, the laws of the scriptures about breaking the old man's habits. Con? That's how we take control and get the new man. As all the old habits. What? I used to smoke cigarettes. You know what I mean? Guess what happened? I got to break that habit. I used to get high. Guess what happened? I got to break that habit. You know, not me. I hate cigarettes. I'm just saying. My mom used to smoke, man, at a young age. It disgusted. She used to smoke those cool 100s. But it was back in the days where it was like, this was back in the 80s where it would just smell like tar. Sickening, disgusting, and never, you know what I mean? Then if you ever kissed anybody that smoked, it's like, my mom's nails and fingers used to be yellow. Like, this is disgusting, I'll never. But getting high, drinking yourself to a pulp, all these things is not helpful. That's not the law. Right. The Most High didn't create the law for you to die. Why? Did you finish that?
Yes, sir.
All right, go from there. Go to Ecclesiasticus 19 and 19. Ecclesiasticus 19 and 19. What, you got another question on there?
No, I was gonna say, what you're saying is accurate because we when we used to be a Memorial, City Mall, there was this Benjamin.
Yeah.
And he was like Lamont. He looked like Lamont, just, you know what I mean?
Healthy.
Healthy looking.
Young and stocky.
Right? And
dreads and muscles.
Yeah, well, he didn't have dreads. He was from the tribe of Benjamin. Six pack and all that, you know what I mean?
Right.
He was talking about what he did, but he came to the same way. He was like, yeah, I ain't crapped in like 7 days. And then one day he was working. He was in the food court and he passed out. He got rushed to the hospital. And they pumped his
stomach.
They pumped his
anal cavity.
His anal cavity. And they basically he crapped out like at least like 2 gallons of crap that was just.
My God.
That was backed up, and they said if they didn't do that, he was about to die.
Yeah,
wow.
That stuff is toxic waste. It's toxic. And when it's staying in your body, and the longer it sits, you get sick.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't want to understand. Like, remember when I was telling you, I was like, watch, fast. He was like, my back. I was like, fast. When you fast, yes, you have a little more problems, but when you fast, what happens?
And everything starts clearing up.
You feel better. Why? Because all those toxins and everything's pulled out of you. Your body is straining and has to work, and it's burning all those chemicals that we put in our body up. I learned that from me. My back stopped hurting when I started doing that. Why? It comes back to your liver and your kidneys too. Your liver and your kidneys, we kill those things. And then we try to function hard, and we can't. We can't breathe. We can't walk, right? Our veins, our intestines are messed up, right? Yeah.
It also breeds parasites.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It keeps them alive. You're feeding the parasites when you keep that toxin,
that
toxic waste in your body.
So you got to think about this: defiling your temple. If you're defiling your temple, how the Most High got to use you? That's what we got to show brothers. It's like, you think about it. You can't be 20 years old and always tired.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got some young brothers in this camp. And you're like, brother, because you wake up to 7-Up. We got one brother that all he drinks is 7-Up. Your liver is going to shut the hell down. That's not healthy, man. You know, so we got to show brothers through the wisdom of the Most High. We're greater than that. You know what I mean? Just because they put a damn Coca-Cola commercial on there, you ain't got to always drink Coca-Cola. Right? You know, but you see how badly we're influenced by these things. And you don't think about it, right? Read that, Ecclesiastes 19:19.
Ecclesiastes chapter 19, verse 19.
Go ahead.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Most High is the doctrine of life.
It's the doctrine of life. So, how am I using the laws to keep me alive? All things are lawful, but not expedient. That's what you got to understand. Especially dealing with this topic. Because they're like, brother, well, I'm eating the lawful. But is it expedient? You got high blood pressure. You got diabetes. Right. Your air pressure in your knees is shut off. You know what I mean? You got to sit down. Right? And you're upset. How you upset because you're looking at somebody else eat and you can't eat it? You just can't eat it. The Most High gave you that thorn. Right? But I'm going to wake y'all up right now. I know, Abadiah, you're how old?
50.
Yeah, it's 50, right? Everybody else is young as hell in here. Right? You're deceived when you're young. You thinking you're going to live forever.
Right. Immortal.
Yeah, I can eat any damn thing. I can do anything. I would be, bro, if you start now, then you'll start gaining the habits, the good habits. You understand that? And my rule is, and this is a rule of Allah, cast out everything white. No more white girls. No more Britneys. No more Christina Aguileras. All right? All right, cast out white bread.
No Casper.
White milk.
Bring it out.
White sugar.
Sour cream.
Sour cream.
It's gone.
Well, first of all, if you eat sour cream, you got to have a little Edomite in you. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. That was a joke. All right, I got cats looking at me. That was a joke. I don't like sour cream. But yeah, y'all get it, right? Anything white is wrong. Everything black is right. the darkest bread, the blackest rice,
Sweet honey.
obviously not these dark, black, brown sugar. You know what I mean? Honey. Don't not the damn genetically modified honey.
Right.
Get what is it as
unfiltered, organic.
Yeah, organic honey, right? There's another one though. There's one that we
The raw.
raw honey, but there's something else. It's not honey. It's
nectar.
nectar, but there's another one.
Agave.
Agave. You just get the knowledge, man. Get the knowledge and change your habits. Put those in place instead of the other things. You can eat it, but just eat the good stuff. That's gonna help you out, man. That's gonna help you live a little longer. What's up?
They got this new lettuce that
The Chinese lettuce that's not real lettuce?
No.
Oh, okay, all right.
No, it's like the actual lettuce that you're supposed to eat.
Wow.
And it's like darkish. It's like
see, that don't even make sense.
Like the violet.
The pink, it's like a pinkish type of.
But that don't even make sense. How now we just finding about what we were supposed to eat? Like, you got to think about this, man. Because you know why? They save all that for the ones that got money.
Oh, it's higher in price. So like,
of course it is.
You take a pack of romaine lettuce, the 3 heads that you got in romaine lettuce, that's like, what, $3, right?
Well, there's some lettuce that's not even there's lettuce that don't give you any, there's the nutrients.
Icebergs.
Yeah, it's just water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, this is like, this has the this is fully compact. It's like eating broccoli. It's like eating dark green foods. It
Really?
has all the
I never heard of it. But once again, that's the knowledge we got to have. For who? For your children. For your children. Children. That's what this law is about. That's what the wisdom is about. This wisdom ain't just about it. I'll put it like this. This wisdom is about living a long life. Right? That's what we're going to come back to. You think we're going to be eating this crap in the kingdom? You think we're going to be treating our animals like that in the kingdom? You think we're going to be beating the earth like they're doing in the kingdom? No, man. Y'all got to see this. Watch. Come on. Let's read some of these. Get them out. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 19 and verse 19.
Yeah, somebody read that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 19, verse 19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Most High is the doctrine of life.
It's the doctrine of life. We're supposed to be living longer. We're supposed to be eating better. We're supposed to be thinking better. Go ahead.
And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Yes. This law is about immortality. The wisdom of the scriptures is about living forever. But we don't listen to that. We're rebellious. And what happens when you're rebellious?
Die.
You die. Watch. Go to Jeremiah real quick. We're going to jump back to that. It says to receive the tree of immortality. We're going to read the 20th verse, but jump over to Jeremiah 30, verse 11. Read that.
Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 11.
Uh-huh.
For I am with thee, said Yahweh,
Uh-huh.
to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations.
Go ahead.
Whether I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee.
Right.
But I will correct thee in measure.
Read.
And will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
Go ahead.
For thus said the Most High, thy bruise is incurable.
See, the Most High said, I'm not going to leave you unpunished. Meaning you're going to get corrected. And how are we corrected? Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will reject you. Right. So you get that bruise that's uncurable? Why? Because you're not using the law of life. You're thinking, oh, I can eat anything, I can drink anything, I'm good. You don't take care of your body. You don't take care of your mental health. That's why people are going through these things. Don't you know that fasting helps your mind? That helps your mind, man. But they don't see that. The restraint. If you listen to everything this Bible teaches us, it teaches us restraint and control and discipline. It says, for the very true beginning of her, or wisdom, is the desire of discipline. And the care of discipline is love.
Iron sharpened iron.
Right. Stop. Because I don't say that.
That's almost the whole.
But I'm quoting the scripture.
Slut.
You're gonna get them confused.
Slut.
They're gonna think that's in the scripture. Go ahead.
And thy wound is grievous.
Right. See, that's when the wound is grievous, when it's uncurable, bro, you're under the curses. Now you say you're free. You say you're a Hebrew Israelite, but why are you in bondage to that burger? Why are you in bondage to that damn Coca-Cola and 7-Up? What's up,
I got a question.
Yeah.
Because maybe I was cursed in my past life then, because like I have eczema and I had it since from a child.
Right.
But it was a period in my life where, like I say, I didn't experience it anymore.
Right.
Until I came into the knowledge of the truth, and sometimes I think that was my thorn that the Most High had given me. But the doctor said, that eczema is not curable. There's no cure for eczema.
That's BS. Hell yeah, there's a cure for eczema. Listen, like I said, my Waller had it bad, and he's light skinned, so you see it like it look, you know what I mean? It looked like Esau breaking out with botches, but it was that bad. I took him off milk, dairy. It's a lot, but took him off milk, dairy.
There's acidic things that can cause asthma.
Yeah.
Tomatoes are very acidic.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of things that I eat because I love oranges,
right.
I love lemons, limes.
Right.
And when I eat that,
and all it is all it is, Ak, is knowing what is doing that to you, and knowing what you have to keep out of your diet. Because like you said, some of us just have to live with those thorns, but you can make it easier on you. You can make it easier on you by getting the information and not ignoring it, or you can just live with it.
Yeah, but I cut out the citrus, I cut out the dairy, the white bread I don't consume too much. I eat a lot of wheat bread, like honey wheat and the honey butter bread, dark wheat.
Now I'm gonna ask you this. Check this out. A lot of people do a lot of start eating right, but guess what they don't do first?
Well, I fast almost. Like
no. I'm talking about a cleanse.
Flush.
Purging that anal cavity. No homo.
Right. Well, I don't have a problem with that because, honestly, my favorite thing to eat is fruits and vegetables.
No, what I'm saying is, remember, we got a lot of backed up stuff in our colon that our walls start to get all dirty from all the past things we put in us. So a lot of times it has to do with a lot of getting the old out as you're putting it in. I know we think because I'm like you. I eat a lot of vegetables. But I'll tell you like this. You got to cleanse because you will see all that mucus come out of you of all the things you do eat bad. Because we do still trick. You still go eat, here and there and eat at the taco carts and eat at, go get you a burger and all these things. And the simple thing is that it still is there. So all I'm saying is try to do a flush. You know what I mean? I'm not a doctor.
Right.
I'm not an herbologist. I know this, that you got to get the information and study to know for that particular thing. Because think about it. The law is life. The wisdom of the Most High, He gave us all the herb of the field. For what?
For me.
For meat and what?
And for medicine.
And for medicines. Right? So grab that one real quick. So if it says it's for meat and medicines, then why are we not being healed?
Because we're not using what we're supposed to be using.
We don't use it. It's hid from us. It's hid from us, and they got it in my rib got this herb book. Brother, this book is expensive. But ain't nobody reading that. What black man has got an herb book in his house? Like, yeah, baby. Back in the days, yeah. And it just came through the old Negro, you know what I mean? Yeah, hand-me-downs. Like, boy, going to get the tea, going to get the garlic, right? And it worked, though. But that's not anymore. We don't have that no more. So you got to get the information. So, like I'm saying, I don't think I know what to actually do. Yeah, I'm saying, I'm saying that for everybody. I don't want them to think that I'm a herbologist. We're given the information of the scriptures. And the scriptures has taught us to look, to study, to get the information so we can heal ourselves. You know, you got to cleanse yourself. You got to take care of your body, take care of your mind and your spirit. Where are you at?
This is Ezekiel 47:12.
And this is for everybody that you know, he quoted it, we quoted it about the herbs and medicines. Read that.
Ezekiel chapter 47, verse 12.
And then we're going to go back to Jeremiah, then we're going to go back to Ecclesiastes 19. Go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 47 and verse 12. And by the river upon the bank thereof, on this side and on that side, shall grow all trees for meat.
Yeah, for meat. So what do we do with meat?
Eat it.
And you ingest that. Read.
Whose leaf shall not fade.
Read.
Neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed.
And it doesn't fade, and that's why they do what? They patent it. They go get it and patent it, and listen, they're doing this in other countries. No, you can't bring that into this country because we patent it in this out there. We took control of it, and what? Now we can make it a medicine and sell it to you for $1,000, $100, right? So the leaf don't fade. There's medicines for everything to heal every disease. They've been had the AIDS cure. They've been had the herpes cure. They've been had the cancer cure. Cancer is just overgrown cells. Right? They've been had that. But where do they make money? And all the pills you got to buy to survive on AIDS. You know what I mean? All the pills you got to survive to live a good life when you got herpes. Or syphilis you can probably knock out. Gonorrhea you can knock out.
Yeah,
right?
Herpes, they just put in remission so it doesn't basically show.
Right, but I got to keep buying. I got to keep buying the pills. So, but the scriptures is saying the herbs was for meats. How come we don't know that? What herbs to eat to heal? Go ahead.
And shall bring forth new fruit according to his months.
Go ahead.
Because their waters they issue out of the sanctuary. And the fruit thereof shall be for meat.
Right. Go ahead.
And the leaf thereof for medicine.
Right. The leaf for medicines. So y'all see that? The herbs, the leaves are for medicine. Well, the Bible does talk about these things. That's the long life, the law. What's that, Jeremiah?
And that's why I don't go to Esau too much. And I do like what you guys are like talking about.
Yeah.
I always try to look for a natural cure.
Yeah.
Because the last time when I had to take medicine like that, and I seen the award that they had on the wall.
Yeah.
Saying highest return rate. Like, damn, you know, we coming here to get healed, we coming here to get fixed. And ever since I had saw that, you know, because I tricked the doctor. I ended up fasting because that's when I was using drugs and somebody had laced me with PCP. I was selling drugs at the time.
Right.
So they had me in a psych ward, and I told them what it was. I was like, hey, man, I was smoking weed, blah, blah, blah. So they wanted to write me out saying PCP has the same effect as schizophrenia. So when they did that, when I seen that award thing on the wall, I'm like, damn. So I cheek my medicine every night when they was giving it to me. I would cheek it and put it under my mattress. And then like the lady, so I started fasting and I would just drink water and drink the coffee when they would come to us. So when it was time, she was like, "Oh, you looking good, Mr. Carrington. Everything's okay."
And guess what? No pills.
But I was like, I'm waiting until she let me sign that paper so I can get out of there because if they don't sign that paper, you can't leave. So when I signed the paper, I would say, "Yeah, I'm looking good, right? I'm looking good. Yeah, the medicine work." I said, "That shit don't work." So look under my mattress. And when they looked, and she was like, she got upset. And I seen the demon. That's when God first started working with me.
Wow.
Because one nurse, Edomite, he tried to kill me because my medicine was supposed to be given to me at nighttime. One pill before night.
Right.
For sleep apnea.
Right.
He gave it to me in the daytime. He tried to give it to me in the daytime and tried to increase my dose. I was like, this is not the same pill. So when they seen what I was doing, they were trying to like take me out.
Golly. Yeah, because they want that medicine. You know, they want that medicine for you to be in control of that. And think about it. How many people are strung out on Percocet? How many people are strung out on Xannies?
Valium.
Listen, they'll do something strange. They'll do something strange for some Percocet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Molly Percocet.
right? But Oxycontin, like think about it. How the hell, these are literal drugs. So, but, you know, and we got to do the disclaimer again. We're not saying when it's needed, don't take it. When you go to the doctor and you break your ankle and you need it for pain, if you need it, take it. So I don't want nobody to think that we're saying we don't take it. I remember, you know, what did I do recently? I did something recently. My back to where I had to take some pain pills. But once again, I've never been an addicted type anyway. I can take it and get on it and take the pills. But you got some people that are weak-minded. Why? Because they don't got the laws. They don't got the spirit. They don't got the wisdom. Now, I know you're saying, well, some people are just sick. Listen, sick in what way? What way are you sick? You got demons on you sick? You got spirits taking over your mind and your thoughts? You know what I mean? Because there is a sickness in that. But like he just said, bro, that's beautiful. And that's real. A lot of your illnesses and sicknesses, go ahead and fast for 30 days. You'll be, I'll put it like this. They will regress as quick as you will be taking their pills. I'm not saying it won't go, it's going to just, you're cured, but they will regress. And a lot of times, why don't they regress?
Because you keep putting it in.
You go, brothers and sisters do that. Yeah, I'm going to fast for 3 days. Woo! What's up, Ak? Oh, man, I've been on this 3-day fast. Like, damn, you going hard, Ak. 30 years of defilement and killing yourself, and you do a 3 fake days fast, and you a changed man. You're like, yeah, whoo! Ribs try to do that, you know what I mean? They do one-sided fast, and they think their illness and sickness and their back's going to get better. You done broke your body down. You know what I mean? You know, you want to know how to, even your skin,
we got to fast like Judith.
Yeah, man. Judith, how many days?
Nah, she was fasting until every feast day.
Golly. That's dope. That's powerful, man.
That's book.
But I bet you, that's why Judith was so beautiful. Y'all stop it, man. All right, come on. Let's read on. Come on.
Hey, I was going to say,
what's up?
Me and my rib were talking the other day, and, you know, because, you know, the Bible talks about what animals to eat and not to eat, right?
Right.
And she had hit me, she was like, you know, catfish, because that's, you know, that's...
Catfish is defiled, right?
It is defiled, but that's Israel, that's Judah's, like,
oh, yeah, that's their thing.
They love down over there, the fish market.
Yeah.
Catfish all day.
Right.
But they found there's PCP inside of the catfish.
Nah.
PCP.
Man, that's fake news. Come on, are you serious?
No, you know what she does. You know what she studies.
PCP?
PCP, that's a natural, it's a natural,
I gotta see that.
Yeah, they probably put him in the fish farm.
I gotta see that.
It's high in mercury, but...
PCP.
You know, it's a...
Hey, you know what's... Once again, the white man, he probably... You know what I mean? He do every damn thing. I believe him, man. If he's making chickens... Have y'all seen the chickens with no heads?
God.
You ain't seen that? Bro, you gotta hit him with the video.
Or the big chicken.
No. Yeah, listen, I scare my kids with that. I show them that. I'm like, you want chicken all the time? Because they love some damn hot wings. I'm like, look at what you eat.
I'm not ready to see that.
Yeah, yeah. That'll break your spirit.
It's a lot when it comes to chicken. Yeah, when it comes to chicken, the beef, it's heavy.
Yeah, man.
How they raise them, the hormones.
You finish with that. I want you to go back to Ecclesiastes 19 and 19 to verse 20. Read that one more time. Then we'll move forward.
Ecclesiastes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before you go there, let's finish up Jeremiah 30 and verse 12. Because we're going to read down to verse 13.
Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 12. For thus said the Most High, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous.
Right.
There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up.
Right.
Thou hast no healing medicines.
Right. Why? Because the Most High cut them off from that. Why are we hurting right now? The Most High cut us off from the wisdom, the knowledge. That's why he said the white man, he's like wiser than, he wanted to be wiser than Daniel. He's out there what? Oh, what's this herb? What's this do? What that does? Right? Because he's trying to live forever. Right? And us, we trying to live for the moment. Our people are trying to just make it past 30 or 40 and that's it. And that's where it's wrong. Because when you get kids, then you what? You want to live forever all of a sudden. But it's too late though. You done killed yourself. You see that? And then you share that wisdom and knowledge with your children. Now I'll jump back to Ecclesiastes. What's up?
I was going to say, because in Proverbs 13 and 22, it says a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children.
Right.
Right? And we don't have the riches of this world.
Right.
But we have the richness of these scriptures.
There you
the
go.
law, statutes, and commandments on how to live our lives. And that's the richness that of the inheritance we have to leave our children.
Your body's the temple of the Most High.
God.
This is what we're living on in this subject. Your body's the temple of the Lord. And you got to take care of your body.
Yeah, and that's real because, just thinking about the generation, my generation, a lot of my parents, they didn't come in the truth. So, they dealt with us on Wednesday with the Wednesday McDonald's special 39-cent hamburger. Y'all remember that? Yeah, and so we've been in the file for a long time, so what you said was right on point because this is what we need to prosper and to continue in life. That's
the inheritance that was given to you. Is like, 30-cent Wednesdays.
89 cents.
80,
Popeyes.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
They live like that, man. But you know what's sad, man, is that, and I know people are like, well, but here's the ignorance. Well, I ain't got money to live like that. Nah, let's stop. You do got money. Because here's the thing. If you're going to go buy a Happy Meal, right, what's the cheapest food you can get? From McDonald's.
You have the dollar menu.
All right, dollar menu. But who gets a burger? Really, how much you going to spend?
At least 5 to 10.
At least $5 to $10, right? That same $5 to $10 can get you a nice salad. It can get you some nice salad, some coconut water, and you'll be good. Now, the problem is that a salad won't feed you when you're addicted to the burgers. It just guarantee you. You eat it, you're like, this is not doing nothing to me because you're so used to eating garbage. Right. But when you train your body toward the good things, you realize that, damn, this salad is filling. Right? Now, that's why when you fast, who did a fast? Raise your hand. When you fast, you realize what?
You don't need none of that.
You don't need none of that. You realize, damn, I'm eating too damn much. I don't need all these foods. Right? Y'all understand this? Now check this out, what he's going to bring out.
This is from the book, A Brief Account of the Destruction of the Indies. All right, this is by Bartholomew de la Casa.
Bangers.
All right, so this is coming out of page 10. It's of the island of Hispaniola. All right, speaking about a Spaniard. It says, and one individual Spaniard consumed more victuals in one day. Victuals is food, all right? It says a Spaniard consumed more food in one day than would serve to maintain 3 families a month. Let me repeat this. One Spaniard consumed more food in one day than would serve to maintain 3 families a month. But check this out. Everyone consisting of 10 persons. So each family was 10 persons deep. So 10 times 3 families is how many? 30 people that one individual ate more than in one sitting than they did in a month.
Why did the white man come to America with illnesses and sicknesses?
We know ate too much.
Because they were dealing with choler, man. They was overfeeding themselves. They was consuming too much. Gluttons, right? And we was living on the land. We was living on the herbs. We was living on the trees. Yes, we was eating animals too. You see that? We was eating the good things though, man.
And it makes you ask yourself as well, if this individual ate that much food, how much really were the natives eating? Think about it. They probably didn't have like just a whole onslaught of stuff. They probably just ate small because think about it. Whenever you fast for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Listen, you have so much energy, you don't need no food. All you need is some water and you're good. Your body is thriving because you got so much backed up in you. You don't need all that. It's something to think about. How much food were they actually eating at that time?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the food that they nurturing their body.
Yeah.
So they didn't have to eat a lot.
No.
Because it was giving them what they would need to sustain the body.
Right, right. Go back to Ecclesiastes 19 and 19. Read to verse 20. And then we'll touch on that a little bit. We'll go to Philippians 4 verse 14. 4 verse 5.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 19, verse 20.
Uh-huh.
The fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
Right.
And in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
See, and that's what people don't understand. Performing the law. What is the law? Moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws. Go ahead.
And in the knowledge of his omnipotency.
Uh-huh.
If a servant say to his master, I will not do it.
Right, so, you jump to verse 20. It says, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in wisdom is the performance of the law. Right. So we have to see that the performance of the law is going to give us long life. The performance of the law, we're going to be able to see the Most High. Because that is the tree of life. You understand that?
God.
So what does the law teach us? What does the scriptures teach us? Go to Philippians 4 verse 5.
Philippians chapter 4 and verse 5. Let your moderation be known unto all men.
Let your what?
Moderation be known unto all men.
Let your what?
Moderation be known unto all men.
You see that?
Right.
Let all things be done in moderation. Let people see your moderation. So we can't be excessive. We can't be overindulging. You got to be able to see, trick once a week. But any more than once a week, guess what's going to happen? It's going to become a habit. Yeah. You understand?
Right.
But if you train your body like that, you'll still get your little desired little fix. But guess what? You'll feel better. You'll feel better the whole time. Right? When all that weight peels off. When your gut and your stomach purges all that stuff. Yeah, what you got?
Ecclesiastes 31 and 10, right on that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 31, verse 10.
Bring it out.
Me and Colin shot.
Yep, just right on that, man. Because, a lot of our people, we don't have any type of moderation. And this is the reason why we feel the way we do. But this is what the scriptures is telling. This is what the Holy Bible is letting us know. Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 31, verse 10.
Verse 20.
Verse 20. Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating.
Yeah, sound sleep comes with moderate eating.
So that's 31 and 20?
10. 31 and 20.
31 and 20.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
He said 10 at first. All right.
Ecclesiastes chapter 31 and verse 20. Read it from the top again.
Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating.
Right, moderate eating, read.
He riseth early.
He does what?
He riseth early.
Yeah, because he don't have nothing to hold him down. He's not waking up just sluggish. He snoozing his alarm clock 5 times. Read.
And his wits are with him.
His what?
His wits are with him.
Yeah, so if he got to get up and move real quick, he can move. He's not going to take 5 minutes to do a simple task. Right. This individual, listen, he understands that when he gets up, or actually when he goes to bed, he can't have a heavy meal. Right. Why? Because when he gets up, he has his wits with him. Read.
But the pain of watching and colder
read
and pains of the belly.
You get all these type of ailments with overeating. When you don't have a stop button, you don't have a pause button, when you don't have a let me rethink about what I'm about to do button. Yeah. Read.
Or wit and insatiable man.
A what?
Or wit and insatiable man.
Yeah, and that's what this world is trying to create, man. Unsatiable. Like you need it and you need it more. Think about it. FDA. Does anybody know what that means?
Food Drug Administration.
Bring it out, man. Food Drug Administration. These cats are giving us drugs through food. Backdoor. Drugs through food. Dang. That's why you be feeding for that hamburger. That's why you feed for that Krispy Kreme donut. Shipley's. Yeah, man, because they feeding us drugs, man. But the Bible is letting us know that, listen, you need to have a little bit of moderation in that. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, we can't do anything with the food. All we can do is try to best put that in our bodies in the best way that we can be most effective.
Until we come together as a nation, and we come together and start buying our own land and planting our own food,
right?
Farming our own food. They're starting to do. There's this community that deal with cryptocurrency. They're trying to create a basically a natural farming land that you can live in there with cryptocurrency.
I like that.
Yeah. See, but once again, that's Esau. What the hell the black man thinking about? They're like, nigga, I'm eating this burger. Shut up. Like they're not thinking about long life. You know, they're thinking about I'm gonna get rich and die trying. If I get rich at 30, hey, I made it. You know what I mean? So we gotta think further. Long life, immortality, right? But in righteousness. Not selling out our spirit and our butthole to reach it. Not chopping off our head and putting it on another body to reach it. But reaching it through righteousness, the law, and long life. Insatiable of an appetite or desire impossible to satisfy. You're impossible to satisfy. That's why you get you eat and then eat and you want more. Yep. That's all he just said it. They pumping the drugs in there. That's why you want more. I know it was true. Nobody had to tell me anything when I start fasting more. And I start cutting out on meats. When I started eating them, I was like, damn, I can eat a whole number 2. A whole number 2 from Whataburger and go back and get another sandwich. Yeah, that's how defiled it is, man. We used to, bro, our feasts were disrespectful back in the days. Tell them, back in Colorado, we used to, if your household wouldn't come and really cook with meals, you'd get gone to hell into, like, brother, where the food at, Yes.
Because you got 4 helpings of the same dish.
Yeah. Now households are doing 1 dish and feeding. And brothers and sisters, why? Because you're eating right. You're living better. You see? But somebody had their hand raised. Yeah, go ahead.
I said like that when you were hitting that insatiableness.
Yeah.
That's because that insatiable appetite is the reason why they came out with buffets.
Right.
So you can
completely man. Y'all know the China Bear right over there off of 59?
Oh yeah, is it popping?
Oh man, Issachar. And I always gotta get Issachar because they let their kids 30 years old in strollers and shit. Excuse my language, I'm sorry.
Right, like come on.
Yeah, when your legs all the way that far out the stroller, I'm like, nigga, you 10, get up out of there. But they be letting their kids, these kids look like plump, swollen.
Just doughboys.
You can tell that they're not healthy. Their body's swollen with all that damn crab. You go over there,
chicharron.
They got crab, they got shit on it. They might as well put dookie up there and feed it to our people because our people be over there eating it. And they be thinking like, oh, I'm breaking these crawfish and I'm living it up.
Right.
And you're eating a damn big roach.
Cockroach. It's the anthropod family, baby. It's a cockroach.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
Those big roaches still be having the doo-doo in it. Yeah, it's like a little black, brown.
God.
On a shrimp or crawfish.
Yeah.
The crawfish.
God dang.
Oh yeah.
But that's the thing is our people get unsatiable, and you got Israel. Listen, does the Bible teach us to be unsatiable and lustful? There you go. It ain't teaching us that. It's teaching us control and everything in our life. So, I know some of y'all are getting y'all feelings hurt and you're learning about yourself, how damn beastly you are.
Good.
But the law teaches us discipline. Alright?
And actually your body teaches you discipline as well because think about it, after you fast, whenever you eat something, you can't eat that much. You know why? Your stomach is a muscle, man. So whenever you're not eating, your stomach shrinks back up to the normal size that it's at. So you don't need that big of a portion.
Listen. Unquenchable, unappeasable, uncontrollable, voracious, gluttonous, right? Greedy. He's a greedy Negro. Hunger, ravenous, wolfish, eager, right? You're like, this is a beast. You act like you eat like food is life.
Right.
Food is not life.
I live and eat.
Well,
and for some people that don't know, like, because I used to be like, do the dietary thing for people to give them how to eat.
Nutrition.
Your hand, the size of your palm is the actual size of your stomach. Any more food than that, then you're overeating.
Yeah. That's why the Koreans and the Japanese, they say you Americans are wasteful.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look at all that food. Look at all that food on your plate. Why? Because we just like buffet. Listen, we know America is a damn unhealthy country. Right. You know, so we got to be conscious of that. We can't just act like it ain't happening. You know, and back to the point, go back to Ecclesiastes. What is the Bible teaching us? You don't supposed to be unsational. You don't supposed to be, did we get it? It said greedy upon their meat? We'll get that one too. Go ahead, read.
Verse 21.
Go ahead.
And if thou hast been forced to eat, arise, go forth,
right,
vomit,
right,
and thou shalt have rest.
Why? Because the Bible ain't teaching you to be overindulgent. It's telling you, man, take care of your body. You know, you eating too much, eating too late. A lot of Israel, you eating at 12, 1 o'clock at night. And for to lay down 30 minutes, you die in the morning, bro. Your body shuts down. Your body's working in your sleep. Right. And it can't work because you're sleeping.
That's why a lot of people got issues, because their body never rests, man.
Yeah.
It's always moving and grooving. You're always eating. You're always doing some type of digestion that you got going on in your body.
You don't get sleep as it is. We know us as he. I know y'all see me with this newborn. It's like I don't get sleep as it is. But imagine you pound down bad foods on that. You pound down not eating right. And you're going to come to the truth like, I can't do what y'all want me to do. I'm tired. I got to go home and get a nap. You know? So you got to take care of y'all. See me, I was getting a nap because usually I get a nap when I leave him in the morning, but I couldn't because I was busy. But the thing is that you need to take care of your body. How are we gonna teach? How are we gonna be here for each other? I don't know about y'all, but when I don't get rest, I get pissed off. I get angry. Everything irritates me. I gotta have that much more control over my brain. Cause why? I'm like, you coming to me with stupidity, and I ain't got no rest. I ain't eating. You see what I'm saying? That's how we get. But if you take care of your body, your mind, and your spirit, man, you're gonna have more control over these things, right? Read down.
Verse 22.
Go ahead.
My son, hear me,
right,
and despise me not.
Go ahead.
And at the last thou shalt find as I told thee, and all thy works be quick.
Be what?
Be quick.
Go ahead.
So shall there no sickness come unto thee.
And that's what we're talking about. That's what the scriptures are saying. And we don't want you to be sick. We don't want your back to be hurt, your liver to be jacked up. We don't want that. So if you wake up in the morning and your drink every morning like the white man told you is Starbucks, and you think you're bougie and posh because you go to Starbucks and get you a Starbucks, and you can walk in with the Starbucks coffee cup, and you got the Starbucks cups, right? You got a damn Starbucks demon. You know what I mean? Like every morning coffee, you're killing yourself. You're excessive. You're hurting yourself. You know, and once again, to refresh, yeah, it's lawful to have Starbucks, but excessiveness is not lawful. Excessiveness is going to hurt you. Gluttonous is wrong. Y'all get that?
Good.
That's what we're trying to stop you from being sick. Go ahead, read on. 23.
Whoso is liberal of his meat,
go ahead,
men shall speak well of him.
Yeah, because he's liberal with his meat. He's not greedy. He's not trying to eat everything on the table. He's willing to give it out. He's willing to share. Right? He's liberal with it. Go ahead.
And the report of his good housekeeping will be believed.
Now you're understanding how the Bible really works. What does that mean? That means that you can tell a man that is greedy as hell, he's going to be greedy doing everything. You know what I mean? He's the one that, you know, you're on a mountain and he can't fast, so he got to what? Eat another damn human.
Right? You gotta go.
It's like, nigga, it took 40 days. Christ fasted 40 days. At least get past the 40 days and 40 nights. But no, you got to be eating people's booty. Right? Talking about, I got to survive. I couldn't make it. The white man tell you that. Like, you need to eat or else you're going to die. No, you don't. Right. That's BS, man. You got to have control. You can't have control. And let me be clear. I myself am trying to gain that control, all right? Sometimes brothers, y'all we be hitting them with it. They be like, well, you're not perfect. No, I'm not. I'm filthy. I'm a filthy animal. So I should have started with class with that. You know, I myself is trying to gain this. And I look at myself in the mirror and see the lack of discipline over my appetite. And like I said the other day, I got the candy and all this stuff, but then I realized, whoa, I'm falling backwards. I'm going to be more unhealthy. You see that? I just found out how to align my back and strengthen my back. Did that. Now I'm feeling like 20 again, right? But you start eating bad again, now it what? Now I'm back, my joints, I can't wake up. I start get a kink in my neck. Why? Because I'm eating all that damn sunflower seeds, which I love them, but all that salt is drying me out, right? So yeah, we all got to learn this. This is all for wisdom for Israel, so we can be helpful. Who had their hand raised? Who? I seen it. What?
It was just on what you were saying about them eating
eating humans, human booty.
That's real. I was just like, so they literally were eating the booty like groceries.
Man, stop. What's up, Mike?
No, I sent you the link to your phone.
All right, what is it about?
The fish.
The PCP fish. Yeah. Man, I gotta see that more than one place.
No, she was doing it late.
Is it a accredited site?
Yeah, is it accredited, man? Because, listen, you know how I'm real careful. I don't want brothers those brothers over there talking about, they put PCP in his. That's not true. That's why I don't. Listen, we're sticking to some basics. The simplicity. You bring out the PCP fish and it's a lie, they'll be like, oh, you a lie. All right, so go ahead, read on.
24. But against him that is a niggard of his meat.
He's a niggard. And niggard, if you look up that word, it means stingy. If you look up the word niggard, it means stingy. Well, this is a stingy man with his meat. He's selfish. She's greedy. Right? So all these things the Most teaches against. Right? Read.
The whole city shall murmur.
Right?
And the testimonies of his niggardness shall not be doubted of.
Yeah, because why? You're a niggard with your meat, man. You're greedy. You don't know moderation. You don't know discipline. So that's what it's teaching us. Go ahead.
Show not thy valiantness.
That's it on that. Go. Where we at?
All right. Hey, we're going to jump right into it. Give me Genesis chapter 1 and verse 11. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 11. Because we're understanding about just the food that we have and understanding the moderation and what the Most High has given us. All right, so we're going to go straight to the word of the Most High and see what he did give us. All right? Genesis chapter 1 and verse 11. Read that.
Genesis chapter 1 verse 11. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass.
Read.
The herb yielding seed.
It said what?
The herb yielding seed.
It says the herb yielding seed. Read.
And the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind.
Yeah, so all these fruits, they yielded seeds to yield more fruit. All right, so what's going on right now, we're understanding that the Most High had this already lined up to where everything was natural. You'll have something grow, you'll reap it. You don't even got to sow again, it'll reap again. Read.
Whose seed is in itself upon the earth, and it was so.
Yeah, see this thing right here, this is what Esau has an issue with, man. They always talk about was the chicken before the egg before the chicken. Listen, the Most High created it perfectly. Listen, you ain't got to worry about that. He had the plant, it had the seed, you take what's on the seed, and it repopulates again. That's how the earth is supposed to be, all right? Give me Genesis chapter 1 and verse 29. Genesis 1 and 29, because we're just understanding what the Most High has given us, all right?
As opposed
right,
to genetically modified foods.
Right.
As opposed to the fake things. That's why he's going over these block of scriptures now. To show us that, listen, look at what the Most High gave us. It was natural. It was from the earth. It was the good things. Right? Use your brains and understand we ain't eating that. We're not eating that now. So yes, all things are lawful, but what class?
Not expedient.
Not expedient. So know what is good unto you, know what is good for you, and give that to it. Y'all have to know that. Know what is good for you and give yourself unto that. All right, and if y'all need that scripture, we'll get it. Go ahead. Read.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed.
Read.
Which is upon the face of all the earth.
Right, so the Most High said, I give you every herb. So everything that grows in the ground was meant for our purpose. Was to be food, fuel, and medicine for us. Read.
And every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
Read that again.
And every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
Read.
To you it shall be for meat.
It should be for what?
To you it shall be for meat.
Yeah, and I brought this out just to understand that the herbs from the ground was meant for meat. Because once again, the wicked turns into their purpose. You know, they want to, when it comes to the marijuana plant, they want to use that to smoke. No, according to the Bible, it says, read. Last precept.
To you it shall be for meat.
Yeah, it shall be for meat. This was never intended to be ingested by smoking or breathing in smoke into your lungs.
Right.
We have to understand the basic process of the digestion process. Anybody know the digestion process? How it works, the steps? Listen, step number 1 is the ingestion. How you chew the food, all right? You can either drink as well. Then you have the digestion of the food. It digests actually into your body, into your intestines. Then from there, the food's broken down and it's ingested. I mean, not ingested, but absorbed. So that means all your nutrients. That means when you eat, let's say quinoa. Quinoa has all your amino acids, right? So amino acids is protein. Protein feeds your muscles. It gives you life, gives you energy. Then you have the defecation, which means that you actually flush out what you ate. Once again, there's no point here, or the Most High never intended us to smoke meat or to snort meat.
Right.
That was never the case. All right? Y'all understand that?
Right.
All right, give me Ecclesiastes chapter 39 and verse 26 just on this.
Yeah.
Because once again, the wicked turn everything for their own purpose, man. They know what the Most High had set out for us. So now they're just trying to defile us even more now.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
They want to make it seem like it's lawful, but it's really not.
Right.
Now they're making us, they're pushing us further and further away from the Most High.
Yeah, because, listen, I'm going to do an onslaught on you mentally, physically, spiritually. So, you know, that's why I said, man, the devil, he cometh not for to kill, steal, and murder.
Right.
You understand that?
Right.
That's what the devil is here to do. So don't think that his food, the food that we're given, is to get us life. Y'all got to understand, you got to be skeptics in everything the white man gave us. Right. Everything this America gave us. Yeah, what's that about?
I got a quick question. Wasn't there a scripture that says you're gonna you shall eat poison and not die?
It's not quoted like that. Yeah, we went over that the other day. It's not. It doesn't say poison.
It's poison of asps.
Something like that. We'll look for it though. Go ahead.
But that's real because we are. Think about it, man. All the drugs that they put down the toilet, flush it back, recycle it. Now you're drinking it.
That's crazy.
Ah, come on, man. Read that though.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 verse 26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water.
All right, so in the Bible, it lets us know what a man needs to live and survive. Read.
Fire.
It said water, H2O, fire, read.
Iron.
Okay.
And salt.
Little flavor on your food, read.
Flour of wheat. Honey.
Read.
Milk.
Read.
And the blood of the grape.
Some wine, read.
And oil.
Right.
And clothing.
Yeah, it says in clothing. So the brothers weren't out there walking around butt naked. But the Most High gave us all these things to be prosperous in life, to survive, to live, to do His will, His duty. Read verse 27.
Verse 27. All these things are for good to the godly.
Good to the who?
To the godly.
Yeah, see, when a godly deals with these things, we have no second guessing of what we should be using these things for.
Right.
Once again, fire. I'm not going to go ahead and burn down my brother's house with fire. When it comes to salt, I'm not going to just sit here and just drink myself into a coma. No. Clothing. I'm not going to sit over here and rock yoga pants. Nah, we don't wear that. All right?
Done.
Read.
Especially men ones.
Come on. Meggings. Read.
So to the sinners, they are turned into evil.
Yeah, see, Esau finds every invention and every way he can just defile anything, man. We got cats out here, young guns, just sagging their pants, man. Like, listen, they're sagging tight. What do you call them?
Skinny jeans.
Sagging skinny jeans. How you do that? With a belt. A designer belt at that.
Right.
They defile the water now. Now they talking about they put in all these different type of chemicals. And there was a thing on Instagram that I put out, man. I guess they were doing like an electrical charge to where they can see exactly what's in the water. And yeah, so they had, I'm trying to think what else, fluoride, chemicals. What else did they have in the water? You know what they have in the water?
Bacteria.
Bacteria. So they're giving us filth. Anything else?
Carcinogens, bacteria, and like lead, stuff like that.
Yeah, come on, man. So they're giving us everything and anything to defile us, to kill us off. Read.
Man. Oh, I was gonna say, if you ever in my apartment, my water smells like.
Oh yeah, Clorox.
My water smells.
Chlorine, yeah.
Like they'll tell you, like, man, I'll be brushing my teeth.
No, it's not. It's Houston. That's Houston.
Yeah, bro, I be.
Cause I used to work for the water department, and we go out and we would chlorinate the lines. And sometimes they would put too much in there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they do this like literally. We have orders to go out and put chlorine in the water.
That now you got to get the filter, but how much of that are we really filtering out? You got to think about that. Now, also another thing. This is something that we don't keep in mind. You take a shot. Your pores are open, right? You want to know why you start looking old as hell. And the funny thing is, it happens to Esau quicker.
Oh yeah.
Because their skins ain't got that melanin, right? Their skins is, yeah. So yeah, but your pores open up. All this chemicals go in your pores, right? Now you're getting the skin ailments. You're getting the skin diseases, rashes, and sickness. So all these things, we have to realize that everything that the Most High gave us, everything that we eat and we digest and put in our body, it was good at one time.
Right.
So why do we have to deal with moderation now? Why do we have to understand all things are lawful but not expedient? Why is this even an equation now? Because the devil got a hold of it and he used it and corrupted it just like he does everything else. Right? And now we got to watch what you eat, whether it be the lawful meats, whether it be bread, whether it be sugar, whether it be all the essential things of man's life. You need to know how and what to eat. So going back to the brother, the person online that was asking about, well, what should we do? Get the knowledge. Know what is good for you. And understand what is going to be good for your health. You're good for your body. Start fasting more and then learning about your body. Because if you really want to learn, fast for a few days, then go back and eat regular. Like you do. You're going to get what? Sick. You'll be like, oh, damn, why is this making me sick? It shouldn't make you sick. Food shouldn't make you sick.
Nor sluggish or sleepy.
Yeah, nor sluggish. Exactly. You should be able to eat and move. Well, why is it not doing that? And why does it happen after a fast? It's more powerful because it's showing you really what you're eating. Then you can really learn yourself and learn your appetites and your habits. So like I told the brother online, no, we're not giving out food plans and diet plans. But we are giving out the wisdom of the Most High for you to open up your eyes to see these things around you. Y'all get that?
Go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, with that, give me Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 5. And another brother, give me 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 21. All right? That's Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 5. Yeah, man, so we're just bringing out, man. You know, the Most High gave us everything lawfully, man. Gave us everything to use for a purpose. But now we got Esau that has came and defiled it. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Yeah, so the inhabitants that run this earth, they have defiled the land. Read.
Because they have transgressed the laws.
Yeah, they transgressed the laws. I'm going to show you one law. Give me Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 1. Read. Go ahead, read.
Change the ordinance.
Right.
Broken the everlasting covenant.
Yeah, so this man is an unlawful man. He don't know, listen, he doesn't even know how to deal on a respect with the ground, with the earth. Cuts a tree, he don't plant it back, just leaves it like that, leaves it bare. But read this.
Leviticus chapter 25, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses in Mount Sinai, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them.
Yeah, so the Most High is telling Moses, listen, tell the children of Israel to do this law right here. Read.
When ye come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto the Lord.
Yeah, so the land kept a Sabbath. But Esau, what does he do? He steadily beats the earth, tills the earth, more and more food. Fake food at that. Read.
6 years thou shalt sow thy field.
Yeah, so it said 6 years you shall put work into this place that the Most High gave you for food. You're going to reap, you're going to sow. Read.
And 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard.
Read.
And gather in the fruit thereof.
Yeah, gather in the fruit. Read.
But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land.
Shall be a what?
A Sabbath of rest unto the land.
Okay, so there was laws on the land, but Esau has defiled them. It says that the earth should have a Sabbath.
Yeah, the ground, there was rules to till and pillage the ground, and man, it says they defiled that. Y'all have to see this. So it's not, y'all can't be simple-minded. It's not far-fetched that your foods are bad. You don't need some conspiracy theorists to tell you that they've done this. Right. The scripture's been told you before the conspiracy theorists came out, and the genetically modified word has made, is more at the front now, right? The scripture's been told us this. But see, we don't look at the scriptures. We're destroyed for the lack of knowledge. What you was going to say?
Well, I was going to say, even farming now,
yeah,
you grow in a section, and then after you reap from that section, you go to another section.
Mm-hmm.
You got to let that section actually rest.
Right. You're saying it's that worse now. It can't even be a 6-year turnaround. It got to be like, you got to let it.
Yeah, you got to.
After you get a 1 season.
Kind of. And you know, what was crazy, when I was in college and I was doing a history class, the history teacher told us about, pretty much, about when the white man came to America, they were growing tobacco. And tobacco sucks up so much nutrients from the land.
Right. I heard about that.
That you had to give it like 20 years for the land to recover to be able to plant more tobacco.
Right.
So that's why they kept wanting to move
they were kept moving, right.
Yeah, because they were
then what they were doing with that. Did you bring that out? Somebody was bringing that out, or I might have read this also. But what they were doing is, while they were doing that, they were also killing all the buffaloes.
Right.
So basically, they were killing off Gad's food. They were killing off the land. So, huh?
That was me.
That was you?
My dad in Deuteronomy. Yeah.
Right.
They were going through and killing all the buffalo.
Yeah. I also read that. I think it was in one of the Gadite books I got.
Because when I was doing it, Mathaniah put up a photo.
Yeah.
And it showed the dude, what was the colonist, whatever, he was sitting on the top of a mountain of buffalo.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, just all dead. He was just sitting on the mountain of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and what it was, this why Gad was going to war. Because why? You're killing my food, you're killing my clothes, because they use the buffalo for food and clothing. Right? You're destroying the land. So, this goes back, and a side note, this is how you know the white man is the Edomites. You know what I mean? This is how you know the so-called white man is the Edomite nation. It wasn't the Arabs that destroyed this land. It wasn't the Hawaiians and the Polynesians that came over here and destroyed the land. It was the so-called white man that destroyed the land, and he's continually doing it. He's the one that came up with the genetically modified foods, and it wasn't just recent. This started back when the Pilgrims got here. So going back to Isaiah 24 verse 5, read that again.
Isaiah chapter 24 verse 5.
Right.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Right.
Because they have transgressed the law.
So yeah, and now the water, the earth, the land. Think about how much garbage is here on this land. Think about how much stuff, what do they call them? Non-Bible, biodegradables.
Oh, well, you gotta see it where, I mean, has anybody ever been to a landfill?
Gone.
Have you been to a real landfill?
Yeah.
You ever see what they do? They dig it deep.
Uh-huh.
They'll dump all the trash and they just cover over with dirt.
Wow.
And they'll just do layers and layers and layers, and then they'll build like houses on top of it. Yeah. They'll build on it. Yeah.
Wow.
Landfills move. It's not the same landfill. They move every couple of years because they fill it, but they'll cover it back over with dirt.
Wow.
So think about all the stuff think about all the Pampers and beer bottles. Like if you ever go to a dump, and I used to go to the dump with my dad. We used to dump materials from construction. Bro, if you sit in the dump and you see the things that get dumped, you're like, how can the earth take this?
Right. It can't.
It can't break down half the stuff.
I mean, just look at your trash.
Yeah, it's the way it smells like after a week.
Yeah.
Or 3-4 days. All that food and then all the plastic.
Yeah.
The earth can't. But it's saying it right here in Isaiah.
The process of how they created things, the method that we use, the utensils that's given, it's not natural, man.
Right.
Because he's not a natural man. Yeah. Go ahead. You got something?
No.
You sure? Yeah. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, read on.
Because they have transgressed the laws.
It goes back to this going to the laws, statutes, and commandments. This goes back to the letter of the law. They have broken every law in the Bible, right? Whether it's it goes down to the thread of the law. They break the thread of the law. I keep saying it. I always say it all the time, man. How the hell could you destroy water and air?
Yeah, how can you pollute air?
How could you pollute it? What things that you created to pollute these things? So now think about it. You're gonna put everything in your mouth that the white man said do. You're gonna put everything in your stomach that they offer you. We gotta have more wisdom, man. We gotta see that. Okay, if you're filthy as hell, what about your kids? You don't see you giving them that red stuff? It's not even a name. It's just the red stuff.
Red drink?
The red drink. You're killing them, man, at a young age. Go ahead.
Change the ordinance.
They did what?
Change the ordinance.
They changed the ordinance. You see that? They changed the order of things. Going back to Leviticus 25, the order was to let the land rest. But they said, no, we're going to keep pumping. We're going to keep taking. Right? They did that with the land, man, beast, everything. And now they've taken so much, we're where? We're in a damn famine. We're in a famine.
Give me that second Ezra chapter 16 verse 21.
Second Ezra.
Get it.
Second Ezra chapter 16 verse 21.
I gave up.
Read.
Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
Yeah, it says victual, so it means food. Food shall be so good, cheap upon the earth. That's what's going on right now. You got the $5 meals at Wendy's.
Nah, we had the 99-cent.
Oh, you got the 99-cent meals?
99-cent menus.
Oh, yeah.
You get a whole meal.
Right.
$3.
Come on.
Yeah.
But where's the value in it? Yeah, but where's the value in nutrition? There's no nutrition.
And read the next precept.
That's why you look like a pimple. No, not you. I'm saying. I'm not saying you. I'm saying that's why you look like a pimple.
Yeah, you like
because you look like walking pus.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're not feeding yourself the right things.
Yeah.
You're not taking care of your mind, your spirit, your body. I'm going to say it again. This class is about if any man defile his temple, the Most High can't use you. If you're destroying your body, the Most High can't use you. But so you got to take care of your body. You got to take care of your mind, your spirit. Your kids can't have fun with you if you don't know how to take care of your body. So you can't be selfish and selfish-minded to be like, well, it's me, it's lawful. Come, it is lawful. But look how you look. You look like a pimple. You look like you're going to pop any second, right? With pus and ooze and with chemicals and medicines, right? That's why I said the biggest deception is that you're young and you think you're going to live forever.
So you can eat whatever you want.
Yeah, you can eat whatever you want, huh?
That was scripture just said.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
Now start from the top again.
Yeah.
Verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
You'll get all them those quick low dollar meals, man, for the low. Read.
That they shall think themselves to be in good case.
That they'll think that what?
Wow. Think themselves to be in good case.
Yeah, you think you'll be good, man. You got your little water burger, you know what I'm saying? Got that little GMO food. You went to where you was? What's the little Chinese spot around the way?
Which one? Timmy Chan?
Yes. What's one you go to, Lamar?
Happy fast food.
Happy fast food.
That don't even sound right.
Right. You get
that don't even sound damn right.
Get you a happy rice plate.
Timmy Chan don't even sound right.
Timmy Chan be lined up.
You getting fish with two heads.
Right.
Imitation.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it says victuals, man. Food usable by people. Supplies of food, man. And that's how we are right now. Wow. We got all this onslaught of extra food that we think that we're eating that's good for us, but we're not in good case, man. That's why our people's high in high blood pressure, gout, diabetes, stress.
Blood cholesterol,
come
blood
on,
pressure, hypertension,
all those.
But the good case is because we think we eating.
Right.
Like my belly is full. Not seeing what you put in those empty calories. I mean, think about it. The victuals are cheap, but what victuals are cheap? A salad ain't cheap. Why does a salad cost $8 at Chipotle, Chick-fil-A? Why does a salad $8, but I can get a whole meal with a drink, fries, and a burger for $5? You know what I'm saying? So what victual, bro? I was listening to the radio. They got pink lettuce. They say it's like 4 times the amount of regular lettuce.
Yeah, that's what he was just saying.
Yeah, think about that. Because it's pink. They only sell it in like Whole Foods.
That's what I'm saying. Is this lettuce good? Or are they saying this, or is it some genetically?
No, it's not. They say it's naturally grown lettuce. It's just rare.
They say if it's rare.
They say it's rare. That's why they charge so much. It's 3 times the amount of regular lettuce.
See, once again though, now you gotta double check the source.
Because real lettuce ain't real lettuce.
Right.
You see Moab making lettuce.
Damn.
Oh, bro, they be making water,
yes.
Making eggs, making lettuce, making salad. So
yeah.
But again, it's like what victuals are cheap?
Right.
How come the victuals that are cheap are always in the hood?
Right. And listen, your habits are gonna be your kids' habits.
Yeah.
Y'all habits is gonna be your kids' habits. So what are you feeding your kids, and what are they gonna grow up with? You understand?
Yeah.
Now let me repeat that. We're trash. Right? God. You beat yourself down. Right? You live 30 years of your life garbage, drunk as hell, on pills, popping.
Sugar highs.
But now your children are growing up in the knowledge and the truth.
Right. They're going to be healthy than we are.
They should be healthier than we are. But if you're prideful as hell and you're stubborn as hell, you're going to just feed them like any other ignorant niggas in the hood. What was supposed to be the difference between the world and us?
Everything.
The law. The law. The law of life. You understand that? Ecclesiastes 19 and 19, we read it. This law was supposed to bring us to immortality. We're supposed to be coming out of Deuteronomy 28 chapter, the botch, the itch, the scratch. You know what I mean?
You eat meat and you just scratch.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, the 8-year cough, right?
The internal sugar cough?
Yeah.
Damn.
We supposed to be teaching our kids the right things, man, so they can live and teach the next generation. Go ahead, come on, let's finish it, because we're over now.
Con, I'm just give you one, just one piece of information, just to let you know. We're talking about GMO, we're talking about Monsanto. All right, Monsanto has 674 biotechnology patents, and that's on food. So what that means is that they modified 674 different items. What are you eating?
Different crops?
Yeah, crops, food, whatever it may be. And the thing about it, President Barack Obama passed a law to where Monsanto cannot be sued. So that's for your black president right there. That was via Barack Obama. All right? I'm going to get just one more. Give me
via the devil?
Con.
Via the black devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black African.
Con. Yeah.
You know what's so crazy? Like, everyone try to make it seem like when we first got the black president, they're like, oh, it's gonna be all good for us.
Yeah.
When I was in actuality, they use a Hamite, just like that movie Black Panther.
Right.
They use a Hamite to get you hyped up about your destruction, because everything that he did in office went totally against the Most High and corrupted our people to a whole new level.
Yep. Yeah. All the way from the trannies. He started with the trannies and the gay bathrooms and all that.
That's what I was going to say. He gave us 2 acronyms. GMO and LBTG.
Yeah, all that.
What is it? LGBTL or something?
All I know is
he screwed us, man.
They all need a damn beat with a bat.
Spikes.
And let me stop. Go ahead.
Give me Revelations 3:17. Jump down.
Let me stop. That's another class.
Because with all that, man, you know, we think, like we said, we was in second Esdras, we think we're in a good case because we got food. You know, we're eating good, but in actuality, in the Most High's eyes, we're not. Read that.
Revelation chapter 3 and verse 17. because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods.
Yeah, because you say you got a couple duckies in your pockets, got some clothes on your back, some shoes, you drive a decent car, that's your good. Read.
And have need of nothing.
And you have what?
Need of nothing.
Read.
Yeah,
and
my food stamp card is full. I get my shrimp, my crab, my lobster.
Right.
My EBT card got refill, girl. I'm about to hit Red Lobster. Come on, you think you good, but you're raving over being defiled. Go ahead.
And knowest not that thou art wretched.
You're what?
Wretched.
Read.
Oh, come on, read. Wretched hoes. Israelites, our people are wretched hoes. I'm talking about men and women, you know, and that's what we are. We our school is right here by this
Lotus.
Yeah, this spot called Lotus, and they create ghouls and goblins in there. It goes in there and smells like bad,
like sewage water.
Yeah, I'll stick to that word.
Good. I got the definition.
You know what I meant.
Go ahead. Wretched.
Sewage water, that's what I meant.
God. Wretched. Worthless.
Ooh.
Very miserable.
Ooh.
Sunk into deep affliction or distress.
Yeah. Why? Because all the things that we think are rich, like it says, you think you're rich, those are the things that are making you miserable. The food. You eat all this defiled food, and then you got the EBT card full of money. You got the fridge full of food, right? But it's all defiled. So when you eat it, what happens? You getting depressed from the food. Right. You getting addicted to the food. Yeah. You getting overweight from the food.
Binge eating.
Yeah, you get hungry when you don't have the food.
And then when you don't have it, yeah.
That's why I said when you look at this topic, it goes back to Wisdom of Solomon when it says the very true beginning of wisdom is the desire of discipline. Even going back to the Ecclesiasticus, what was it, 31 and 20 on down, about you know, how to eat your meats, how to eat meats, not being overindulgent. That's what this is about, taking care of your body, man. How could you survive to teach? How could you survive for your children? Y'all get this?
Good.
So I'm going to repeat it once again. No, it's not about a diet class. No, this is not about you want to get, we're trying to get you sexy so you can look good. It's about long life living for the truth in the Most High. Khan?
God.
Is that it?
Nah.
Go ahead, finish it.
And knowest not thou that thou art wretched.
Right.
And miserable.
Right, and that's what the themes around us that this kingdom gives us has made us miserable. If it's long life, then why are we living? You know, why when you eat you get mad and sad and just want to go eat more?
Or you just hate yourself.
Yeah.
Your body aches. You eat the Whataburger, and the next day your whole nose is stuffy from allergies.
Right.
You just want to throw up.
You eat the I ain't gonna lie. I ate some Aunt Annie's pretzels.
Oh, got it.
I'm dying right now.
I had that.
Oh, bro. But it's like you eat certain things, but then you know when you hit the salad for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, I feel good. I don't need to sleep as much.
But that's the problem though. When you're fasting and you're trying to eat good, and then you go back and trick. It's like
you should have never.
You should have never did it because it's gonna come back and remind you, man, why don't eat these things? Now you're in the betwixt. So you gotta really.
It's
your
like
life.
Discipline, like you said.
You gotta have discipline.
Take care of discipline, and you know the scripture says, "Know what's good for yourself and give yourself unto it." I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
But did y'all go there?
No, I've been quoting it. I've been quoting it.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what we have to. You know, if we're trying to be teachers, leaders, you want to be there for your children.
Yeah.
I always think about that. My kids, my son will be. When I'm 50, he'll be 18.
Right.
I want to be able to move around with him a little bit.
Right.
Beat him up on the court, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the rate.
if you keep eating bad, if you keep pumping your liver with drinks
are shot.
If you keep pumping yourself with artificial salts and sugars, no, you won't be.
You won't be around to enjoy them and do the work and, you know, just live a happy life. You won't have that, like it says, good health and a healthy body.
Go there. It's funny because I sent my ribs that.
Yeah.
Go there. Go to Ecclesiasticus.
And you know, it says it. What is it? Ecclesiasticus what?
30 and 15.
Right.
Good.
Read that.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 30 and verse 15.
Uh-huh.
Health and good estate of body are above all gold.
Why? Because your health and a good body can last longer. That can last through your life. You don't have to have a beat up.
Nope.
You don't have to catch diseases. You don't have to be sick. It's like
how many movie stars, man, got hepatitis C? You got what's the Baywatch chick? Pamela Sanders got hepatitis C, or one of those hepatitis she got it from her boyfriend, the rock star. What's his name? Tommy Lee. Yeah. How many of these rock stars got hepatitis, got AIDS? How many of them got just different diseases, man? And they got money though, but they can't live. They can't walk. They can't spend it.
Well, look at all these stars that die. They ain't getting shot. They dying from like diabetes. They dying from like health issues. They have to know.
Well, what's the director? He just had a massive heart attack. One of the main directors, the guy that wears the hat, he wears the hat backwards all the time. It was just
is it Michael Witt?
No. Kevin Smith, I think it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He had a heart attack. Why? You got all this money, but can't.
But isn't he like super big?
He's not no more.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But no, he didn't die. But that's the thing, that you got all this money, but your health is jacked up. Mm-hmm. You got all this wisdom, but you don't know how to take care of your health. Look at the irony in that. You got the wisdom to be a god, but you can't control yourself eating a burger or a sandwich or eating the right foods. You're not a god. You're going to die like a man. Go ahead.
And a strong body above infinite wealth.
Yeah, a strong body, man, above infinite wealth. And that don't mean you got to be in the gym and on Instagram all the damn time. This is
team shirt off.
Yeah, it ain't got to be all that, but it does have to be a consistency to what to put in your body and take care of your body. You know, and what to eat and what not to be excessive in.
Because you know the misery that comes with it, like we read in Revelations. It's a battle in the mind, man, where it'll mess with your mind when you're eating certain things and doing certain things to your body, and you can't function the way you want to function.
Yeah.
I be feeling like that sometimes. I'm like, I know if I eat cheese,
there you go. There you go.
Stay away from cheese. I don't do dairy.
Yeah, and I'm like that now, like pizza, which I love.
I love pizza.
But I get stuffed up, and I think I create like allergies or something I get from it. I don't know what it is. Yeah. We got to jump back up to verse 14 though. Go ahead.
Verse 14.
Go ahead.
Better is the poor, being sound and strong of constitution.
Yeah, so it's better for you to be poor. You can walk around, but look at this person with hepatitis C and AIDS, and they got all these diseases breaking their body down, having heart attacks, but they got dough though. They got money, but being flamboyant and having all the things accessible to you is not always good. What's up?
You want to know something funny, man? Like Young Thug. Young Thug is like gay and rich, but he doesn't eat. He doesn't eat, or he doesn't do something, man. So he's like super unhealthy. Is he like?
I mean, listen, man. How many brothers and sisters you set amongst, right? They open their burger, take out the lettuce, take out the tomatoes. They take out. I mean, like looking at you, like you should just said meat and bread, Negro.
Yeah.
Like when you order a burger for, like, can I get a piece of meat and bread?
Lightly toasted on a
pepper. Yeah, I mean, they don't eat no vegetables, with their food. So you got to see that that's not gonna let you live long. Listen, this is in the Bible. We're reading out of the scriptures. It's telling you about having a poor constitution, right? Go ahead.
Then a rich man that is afflicted in his body.
Now jump back down to verse 16. Go ahead.
Good. There is no riches above a sound body.
Yeah, you working all this hard, you working all this long to get money, to get what? But you're not taking care of your body along the way, your mind and your spirit. You're not going to enjoy none of that. Okay. And that's what the point is. You want to enjoy these things. Go ahead.
And no joy above the joy of the heart.
Right. Read.
Death is better than a bitter life.
Yeah. How many times you ready to kill yourself. Cause why? Man, dude, when my back went out, bro, I felt like, man, worthless. I felt worthless, but guess what I didn't do?
You didn't kill yourself.
I didn't kill myself, nor did I give in. You understand? You got too many brothers and sisters, what? Giving up. I mean, the white man, like we were talking about it last night, man. The white man get their knees chopped off from burning it in Mount Everest. And what? What are they doing the next year?
Go be
climbing Mount Everest. But the black man, they do what? No, I can't do it. I'm afflicted. What the hell are you talking about? You got the wisdom, the knowledge, the strength. I didn't give up. And guess what? I felt 100. Why? Because I looked, I searched, I studied, I ate right, I'm making sure I'm consistent. And when I see myself going the hell off, I discipline myself to go back in. You can do it. Don't give up, because the wisdom and the Most High has made a way for you to get out of these things. Y'all got to remember this.
God.
He's giving you immortality. You understand that?
God.
What's up?
And that goes back to having faith in the scriptures too, because whenever I suffered some things, it was some things that I watched the Most High miraculously heal me from.
Yeah.
Just from quoting, I can do all things through Christ restricted me, and for the other one, in whom Christ will heal.
Yeah.
People don't believe that when you actually meditate on it, they think meditating is just reading one time and that's it. But meditating is you constantly,
right.
You plan it in your heart, and as a man thinking in his heart, so is he.
There you go.
People be forgetting about that, and he really does heal us like that.
Right. It's a religion of some people. They think that's hoopla. You know what I mean? They think that it doesn't work. It works. It works, man. But you got to be consistent. And most of all, when you get broke down physically, right? Your body has issues. What's the biggest thing that happens with a lot of people that fall into death and destruction? Their mind breaks down. Then they weep, then they moan, then they get sad, instead of being a damn fighter and getting up. Like I said, the girl that got her arm bit off swimming out there in Cali, she back out there with a damn nub. That's the white man. I want to conquer the world. The black man, you got to tap into your power, because you're like that too. You're 100 more times like that. But you're weak because America has built you to be this weak black man. This weak black woman that gives up, you know what I mean, on life. 30 years old and you already gave up on life. You can bounce back. You got to have the power. Come on, let's finish this and then we're done. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 30 and verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Death is better than a bitter life or a continual sickness.
And you don't never want to get there. Go ahead.
Delicates poured upon a mouth shut up.
Right, yeah. What's the benefit of you like, we won $1 million, but you're like, you're making it rain on a mouth that you can't move. Like, what's the benefits? Delicacy poured on a mouth that shut up. Go ahead.
Or as messes of meat set upon a grave.
Yeah. So y'all see this, right?
God.
You gotta see, man, that the Most High's law is life, and it will bring you back to the life. But it takes what? Discipline, moderation, diligence, and faith. You understand? And I know some of y'all young cats are like, yeah, whatever. But guess what? If you don't work on yourself now, you're going to be like that older brother that's sick and angry about life. Where is it? Go ahead. Go there real quick.
Just 25 on that.
Jump to verse 25.
Ecclesiastes chapter 30 and verse 25. A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet.
Yeah, you definitely gonna look into into your world going, man. You're looking into the future. Why? Because when we're doing the work of the Most High, we got to be efficient. We have to be a machine that is working on all engine, all cylinders. Man.
That's what a God is, right?
God.
That's what a God is. A God is, he's not narrow-minded and looking at one thing and like, yeah, think about it. The churches, Jesus love. They real narrow-minded. Jesus loves.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. That's it. That's it. Really? That's it? The end? Like, the scriptures is so much more. And as we're seeing it, it deals with your mind, your body, your spirit, all these things. Con?
All right.
All right, man. So, yeah, we went over, but that was a good topic, good class. Does anybody got any questions online? No. Okay, anybody got any questions on live? You still on there? Or are you done with that?
There's no question.
Okay, all right. So, once again, just a reminder, the Passover in Houston is on April 1st. If you want to come join us, if you want to donate and give to that, we would appreciate it. And if you don't got it, still come, all right? We're gonna celebrate the Lord's Passover on that day, April 1st here in H-Town. So,
what was the address?
The address to the Passover is,
let's see here, Sterling Banquet Hall, 5475A, West Sam Houston Parkway, North Houston, Texas, 77042.
So once again, I'm going to say it. If you can't give, don't get all hurt about that. The Passover is going to go down. Still come, join in, get some of this brotherhood, get some conversations going. If you're a follower of the law, all right? So is that it? All right, salute them. Everybody say shalom.
Shalom.
We'll see y'all on the Shabbat, which is Friday sundowns at 6. All right.